Incredible LEGO Ideas projects you need to support right now. Get ready to see some fantastic trains from detailed designers, and the best part, this can become the next LEGO set. Starting with Von Baron's train. What if the worlds of LEGO trains and adventures collided? Well, you get this set. Inspired by the legendary villain Baron von Baron, or Sam Sinister, this train reimagines how we might have traveled across deserts and jungles in search of ancient relics. It's definitely a character-driven locomotive with just the right touch of danger and mystery. At the heart of this set is a 7 studs wide steam locomotive, loosely based on the Prussian P8. Featuring a stud-mounted motor bogie for added realism. It's a nod to the black and red liveries that define many early railroad German rail trains. The passenger coach, modeled after the Einzugenwagen, includes a full interior with working doors, toilets, and a few fun secrets. The flatbed cargo comes straight out of the Adventurers archive. We have a Sphinx, an obelisk, and more, all packed for transport. With around 2,000 pieces, this set includes 10 submodels and 6 minifigures. From a locomotive crew to Baron von Baron himself, and a mysterious silhouette whose identity is left to your imagination. If you're an AFO who loves steam engines, storytelling, or seeing LEGO history reimagined on rails, Von Baron's train is worth a closer look. Next up we have the Glacier Express. Let's travel to Switzerland to one of the most iconic trains journeys now reimagined in LEGO. Famous for its breathtaking alpine route between Zermatt and St. Moritz, the Glacier Express is often called the world's slowest express train, but what it lacks in speeds, it makes up in scenery. Built with around 2,800 pieces, this LEGO Ideas project captures the essence of the legendary Swiss train, with stunning attention to detail, a sleek electric locomotive modeled after the real-life engines used on the route, 3 coaches, first class, second class, and a detailed dining car, serving delicious Swiss food, I imagine. The views here are sure to be astonishing. You'll be able to see all your dust bunnies in the shelf. Whether you are a LEGO train enthusiast, a Swiss rail aficionado, or just love scenic builds with strong storytelling potential, this set delivers a unique blend of realism and charm. If you want to see the Glacier Express made into an official set, head over to LEGO Ideas and show your support. Supporting? Wait, why? Welcome to LEGO Ideas, where your dreams come true. LEGO Ideas is an official platform where fans can submit their original LEGO creations with the hopes of turning them into real, solid, worldwide sets. Anyone can submit a project, from trains enthusiasts to pop culture aficionados. And once a design reaches 10,000 supporters, LEGO reviews it for potential production. Supporting a project is completely free. Just create a LEGO Ideas account and click support. No purchase is required, and your vote simply shows LEGO that there is a passionate audience for the idea. Speaking of that, we have our next model. Welcome to Zombie, a high-speed LEGO recreation of a climatic finale from a movie called Mission Impossible. This build reimagines the classic TGV barreling through the Eurotunnel. A high-stakes moment where a rogue agent tries to escape by helicopter? Yes, you heard that right. Let's break it down. We're inside the Channel Tunnel, a real-world marvel of engineering connecting the United Kingdom and France beneath the sea. It's a tight space built for trains, not helicopters. But in true action movie fashion, our antagonist attempts to flee by hooking a rope to a helicopter flying behind the TGV. Realistically, it makes no sense. The pressure, the clearance, the turbulence, it's protocol breaking in every way. But that's exactly what makes this such a fun and iconic scene to recreate in LEGO. A TGV style train with a detachable roof to reveal the conductor at work. This is the first in a planned series of Mission Impossible stunts build. Each will feature a signature quote and 3 distinct stunts pulled straight from the films. Next up we have a classic Say Hello to Willie Bob, a quirky little 040T steam engine that never existed, but probably should have. Built entirely from imagination and 238 LEGO parts, Willie Bob is a fictional Baldwin-style tank engine, built in store in 1909, and affectionately named after, let's say, enthusiastic suspension. This Lego mock, thrown together in just about an hour, but it's packed with charm. Designed for the Frisco Railroad and carrying road number 1637, this engine fits perfectly into the Lego train system, compatible with Lego curves and runs using a standard train motor and powered-up box. While it's small in scale, Willie Bob has big display potential and would pair nicely with custom rolling stock or period freight consists. Whether you're looking for a bit of steam power for your Lego layout or just love unique locomotives with character, this fictional building has you covered. Sometimes the best trains are the ones that come straight from creativity. Willie Bob may not have a real-world counterpart, but in Lego form, it rolls just fine. Next up we have Twisted Time Train, Time Cruisers. If you are a Lego kid in the 90s, there's a good chance the Time Cruisers theme left a weird, wonderful mark on your imagination. Mad Scientist? Check. Swirling Time Vortex? Check. And of course, a chaotic mashup of bricks from every era. It was wild, unprecedented, and unforgettable. Well, what if these sets were made in 2025? Well, a fan designer came up with this incredible model. The heart of this model is a spooky, steampunk-inspired engine, powered by a rotating cylinder of stolen historical artifacts. That detail alone screams classic Time Twister's energy. This train isn't just a display piece, it's a time machine on wheels. The train hauls 3 carriages, each themed around a different time period. There's a Wild West saloon pod, a medieval outpost, and a retro-futuristic space bay. All removable, all playable. These time pods aren't just for show, they are clearly mounted with a pivoting deployment arm that lets you drop off the pod at the right time period. So if you're ready to mess with history one brick at a time, this is your time. And remember, time flies when you're having fun. Next up we have cargo wagons. One of the biggest challenges in the Lego train lineup is how hard it is to expand your cargo train. Currently, additional wagons are locked behind expensive motorized sets or scattered through secondary market, where conditions and completeness aren't always guaranteed. This set here includes 5 unique cargo wagons, each built with the versatility to blend seamlessly into existing Lego train systems. These wagons come without motors or electronics, keeping the price low. By focusing on form, function, and affordability, this expansion pack provides a practical and enjoyable way to grow any Lego train. These wagons are ready to roll. NSB, electronic, locomotive, and night trains. It's time to travel on this famous train, whose name literally means broken nose, for its distinctive front-end design. This was done in Lego using this clever building technique. This locomotive stands out as a versatile and essential part of French rail history, featuring a magnificent design. With its unique silhouette and characteristic pantograph, this train is a striking addition to any Lego collection. The NSB locomotive has always fascinated me with its bold, angular design. Beyond that, there are the coaches, perfect for transporting passengers. The sleeper car and seating car include functional doors, distinctive roof designs, gangway connections, and door steps. The sleeper's car interior accommodates many minifigures with beds, luggage rack, and a bicycle rack, even a toilet. The seating car features a sink, luggage racks, and take a look at those curtains. The designer added those to enhance the model's authenticity. Next up we have Malay steam locomotive, a beautiful steam locomotive from France. This model features a striking color scheme, as this locomotive was known for its dual steam engines, with high pressure cylinders mounted on the frame and low pressure cylinders on a bogie. This locomotive combines technical innovation with classic steam power. With intricate details like functioning signal and advancing building techniques, it captures the charm of the real locomotive while offering endless possibility for Lego fans. The designer included a signal box as well, which is just great. So you should definitely support this project. Wait, support? How? Welcome to LEGO Ideas, a website made by LEGO, where anything is possible. Here fans upload their ideas, and if said ideas get enough supporters, they could become a real LEGO set. However, it's not easy. A designer needs to get at least 10,000 supporters. And beyond that, if your project gets the 10,000 supporters, it doesn't mean it will automatically be picked by LEGO. Most projects get rejected. Next up we have the incredible locomotive New York Central 5405, one of the most fantastic locomotives ever created by mankind. The New York Central 5405 405 was a J3A class 464 Hudson type steam locomotive that just rolls right off the tongue, right? The designer did a great job recreating this beautiful locomotive with intricate details and clever building techniques. The model features these massive train wheels and equally massive pistons. Built during the height of steam railroading, the Houston-class locomotives were designed for speed, efficiency, primarily pulling passengers in trains like the 20th Century Limited. Next up we have a classic diesel locomotive, NSB D18 diesel locomotive. Let's travel to Norway and discover this peculiar locomotive. The model features a bold color scheme with red and yellow, making the model stand out from a distance. Take note of the little details the designer put here, with railings and other smart building techniques. The original real-life model was built by MAK in Germany and delivered to the Norwegian Railways in 1996 to 1997. And the best part, this model can be motorized, meaning can run your Lego city. Next up we have the New Brunswick and Canadian Railroad Shamrock. This model is simply stunning. Introducing the Shamrock, a steam locomotive that once powered the New Brunswick and Canadian Railroad. Built in 1858 by the Portland Company, it's now ready to roll in your collection as a LEGO idea set, if you choose to support it. With 890 pieces, this meticulously crafted model captures the elegance of the original Shamrock, featuring beautiful pearl gold pieces, making the model stand out. After all, this model is visually striking and fully functional. It's a piece of history you can proudly display, but also a train you can run in your tracks. Next up we have an architectural marvel, Grand Central Station. This model is simply fantastic. The exterior features this beautiful facade and a marvelous roof. Inspired by classic American and European architecture, the Grand Station model features a 48 by 40 base and all the grandeur of early 20th century train stations. Inside you'll find a main hall with Lego-made exhibits, a train ticket booth, the train master's office, a baggage check area, and even a restroom. The interior is fully packed with detail, so you can spend a full day looking for little Easter eggs. No, not actual eggs. The Lego train station is packed with endless possibilities for play and display. Hopefully you will help the designer by supporting this model. The other side features a train platform with many little details. This model is outstanding. It is a marvel of LEGO design and should absolutely become a LEGO set. But why support LEGO Ideas project? We, as LEGO train fans, want more trains. But LEGO doesn't have a dedicated trains theme, at least anymore. So we as LEGO train fans should showcase to LEGO that there are people interested in these concepts. Additionally, these LEGO fan designers need our help. They need to know they are not alone, they have our help. Okay, but how do you support LEGO Ideas Train project? It's not like rocket science, it's super easy. Create an account and click the big yellow button. However, there's more to that. We could do even more. What if we showcase this project to friends and family? What if we talked about it on social media? So, supporting a LEGO Ideas project is more than clicking a button. Next up we have Tokyo Subway. Time to travel to Tokyo in 1954 and travel on the Maru no Uchi Line Series 500 train, perfect for a nostalgic adventure. Tokyo's metro is the oldest in Asia. Definitely makes this model stand out. With its role in urbanism and transportation, this could be an ideal addition to a LEGO collection. But beyond that, this model just looks great. The design went above and beyond as the model features a full interior, perfect for any railroad fan. So are you ready to support this model? Next up we have Bucharest Subway. Now, the designer of this project wasn't entirely happy with their first version, so they made some upgrades specifically to the shape of the head to make it look more realistic. And let me tell you, it really paid off. The attention to detail on this model is amazing. From the sleek design to the authentic look that closely mirrors the original metro. Fun fact, the Astra was built by Astra Arad between 1978 and 1993. It's nearing its end of its service life and it's being replaced. Imagine having this in your collection. Next up we have the LNER Queen Express. Built in 1893, this locomotive is a staple of British trains. It was sent to the Chicago exhibition in 1893, where it gained the gold medal for excellence of workmanship. The design features a beautiful color scheme, making the model stand out. This model isn't just for display, it's fully motorized. With around 935 pieces, It captures the elegance of the Queen Express, while staying true to the essence of the original locomotive. The model runs smoothly on classic LEGO tracks, making it as fun to play as it is to admire. The Queen Express is a model you definitely want to see becoming a reality. Next up, it's time to bring the joy of Christmas to life with a motorized LEGO Christmas train designed to circle your Christmas tree and spread festive cheer. This set combines the nostalgic charm of a steam locomotive with the vibrant colors of the holiday season. Inspired by the cherished family tradition of placing a LEGO train around the tree, this set elevates the experience with a premium festive build. Canadian National Locomotive. What a beautiful train. This 464 locomotive is massive. It features a beautiful olive green color scheme paired with black. There are also some red and yellow accents, making the model stand out. Overall, the locomotive is very detailed. It also features those massive wheels and pistons. Inside there is a very intricate gear mechanism. The tender is also massive. It has a retro look, perfect for exploring the vast landscapes of Canada. Then we have the passenger coach. The windows are very well proportioned, and it even features an impressive interior. And yes, it has doors, so it's already better than most LEGO sets. Next up we have another classic model, Brickton Station. Built in a beautiful neoclassical architecture style. This European-style train station is a stunning homage to the real-life station in Romania, often celebrated as the most beautiful railway station in the country. The real-life building showcases beautiful Baroque architecture. The LEGO recreation captures the station's timeless elegance with incredible attention to detail. The build includes intricate features like the dome-style roof. The dome is indeed the highlight of this fan model. Featuring tile roofing for detail, it gives presence to the model. But that's not all. The station's interior is thoughtfully designed, with key functional areas like a waiting room, a customizable cashier's office, and even a bathroom. Overall, this model looks great. It's the perfect railway station for a LEGO city or train display, so you should definitely support this model. Our next model is the Southern Pacific Daylight 449, built in 1941 by legendary Lima Locomotive Work. It ran passengers through the scenic landscapes of California and Oregon, turning heads with its streamlined look and bold colors. The designer here did a perfect job, as this model has all the bells and whistles. It's motorized with a LEGO train motor, which means it's not just for show, it's ready to roll. We're also talking working firebox lights, movable piston rods, and enough pulling power to take the heaviest of LEGO freight. And the best part, the roof of the passenger car pops right off, so you can load it up with all your favorite minifigures for a first class ride. So whether you are a locomotive enthusiast or just a builder who loves a good LEGO train, this model delivers everything you could ask for and more. Next up we have a smaller model, but make no mistake, this model is just perfect. Modular Country Land. This tiny diorama features some main elements: the mountains, the railway, the sea, and a classic seaside village. The model is a perfect diorama, showcasing the vast landscapes of the countryside. The village features detailed small buildings, done with this nice building technique. Then there are some farmlands that just look great. The train features a dark red color scheme, and it looks fantastic. So overall, this model might seem small, but make no mistake, it's perfect. Next up we have a very interesting model, Friends Train Passenger. This model actually has an interesting backstory behind it. You see, a builder's son had a LEGO train, something he played with constantly, but the daughter, who's all about LEGO Friends, was left out, wishing there was a train that fit her LEGO universe. So the daughter asked, "Can you make one for me?" And just like that, the spark for this idea was born, decked out in those bright, cheerful colors that LEGO Friends is known for. It's designed to bring the same excitement of LEGO trains into a Friends setting, and while the builder couldn't assemble it physically due to missing parts, the vision is clear, a train that brings LEGO Friends fans along for this train ride. The high-speed look of the train looks great, and the bright colors remind me of something like Brightline in Florida. It's that kind of trendy look that we see quite often today, specifically with trains, right? But honestly, the best part about this train is that it's an idea worth getting behind. Alright, let's take a trip back in time, straight to the 1950s, vintage gas station. This model captures all the charm of a vintage American gas station, and let me tell you, the details here are something quite special. First up, we've got the gas station itself, complete with two main areas, a cafe packed with retro vibes and a garage. I like the overall design of this model and the color scheme is great. We also have a giant electric poles as a cherry on top of the detail cake. For fans of vintage Americana, this set would be a dream come true. Whether you're into classic vehicles, retro architecture, or just love the storytelling potential, this is a model that captures the magic of the 1950s and also all the drama. I don't know about you, but I would be the first in line if this ever became our official LEGO set. Next up, we have another model perfect for a railway display, Westside Vibes. This model is perfect for a seaside vacation and would look great in any LEGO city or railway display. It features two houses, one in this bright orange color scheme. This house looks like a garage and features interesting details. Overall, this model has some really nice building techniques, like the use of white custom pieces to make some ornaments. Then we have the large house in turquoise. This is the best part of the model and it's just fantastic. I like the proportions of this house and the little details. The balcony outside is done using light pole pieces to give it a more classical look, so you should definitely support this model. The steam locomotive Hazen de Holland, a classic steam locomotive now brought to life with LEGO. This set pays tribute to one of Germany's most iconic locomotives. This model is great. It includes a mega detail locomotive in its iconic red and black color scheme. The model also features functional wheels and other realistic elements. The model features a classic closed passenger coach, perfect for the winter holidays. This coach has a classic beige color scheme accented by dark green. Very classy. We also have an open passenger coach, which is great. The designer made the decision to make this model narrow gauge, so it's not compatible with LEGO's track system, yet it looks great. The designer went above and beyond as the designer built the model in real life. But why build a LEGO train like this? Well, the designer remembers when he first rode this train so many years ago. So this model is a recreation not just of a train, but of an unforgettable moment. Then we have the all-new Stadler Cow Train. Cow Train just premiered their brand new marvelous trains, built by manufacturer Stadler. These modern sleek trains are bringing American railways into the future. But what if it was a LEGO set? Well, this designer did just that. The LEGO model recreates the original train perfectly, balancing play and realism. The model recreates the original shapes and colors of the real-life Kiss. But if you look closely, you realize this model is 7 studs wide. The decision to go with 7 studs wide design was a game changer. While traditional LEGO trains often stick to 6 studs for ease of building and compatibility, the builder recognized the limitations this scale posed. At 6 studs, the train wheels look weird, detracting from the sleek appearance of the real-life Stadler Kiss. On the other hand, an 8 studs wide design would have been too large. Driving up the part count, the 7 studs scale strikes a perfect balance. One standout feature of this model is its dual boring doors, designed to reflect the real-life's future-proofing for California's high-speed rail. The builder included both high platform and low platform doors, with the option to swap the high platform doors for door plugins, mimicking the current configuration of the real-life trains. Just don't ask Boing about this. Next up we have two old EMD SW1200 Canadian switchers. While this may look old, I promise this model has a lot to offer. Designed with 8 studs wide in mind, this build celebrates the rich history of rail transport while showcasing intricate details of locomotive design. Modeled after the classic paint scheme of a major Canadian train company, the build is both an homage to rail heritage and a showcase of LEGO's versatility. This model offers a rare opportunity to own a piece of railway history, recreated with precision and care. The model features 2 massive diesel locomotives in dark blue and red color scheme. The designer also included some track to add a bit of variety and intrigue to the build. I like the way the wheels look, with small pieces making the model stand out. Next up we have Fabuland, brown box delivery company. It's time to go back into the past with a revival of a classic LEGO theme. Fabuland was one of the longest running LEGO themes ever. It brought to life a world of anthropomorphic animals. Now imagine combining the charm of Fabuland with LEGO trains. This design did just that. Welcome to the brown box delivery company. This model features a yellow train perfectly aligning with Fabuland's design scheme. The designer aimed to create something that was never done in the original series, yet it fits perfectly. The model also features a storage factory area and a Fabuland style car. Next up we have CSX, locomotive and train shed. Now, we had a lot of passenger trains in this video, but now it's time to freight to shine. CSX is one of the most iconic freight operators out there. Let's take a closer look at the locomotive. The designer said it was based on an American diesel-electric variety produced during the 1970s and 80s. With its iconic yellow and blue livery, this locomotive is visually striking. The designer did a great job recreating the real-life diesel engine. We can see some small details using some clever building techniques to make the model stand out. Take a look at the knot technique used here. Studs knot on top. This technique allows for smooth shapes and these sharp angles here. But can this model be motorized? Yes, the designer somehow was able to fit a powered up motor inside the trains. The wheels also look quite nice, utilizing a lot of tiny pieces. But this model goes beyond that. We also have two freight cars. First up we have an 8 studs wide box car. This model looks even better than the locomotive. Seriously, it has a great color scheme, but is also very well detailed. I appreciate the clever use of wrench pieces to create the bracing of the car. The designer also used the ice skating piece for a door handle. Now that's clever. Then we have a tanker car. As you can see, its color scheme is quite unique. Most LEGO tankers use white and big ugly round pieces, but the designer did something revolutionary by using the knot technique with slow pieces. Next up we have light rail train with station and level crossing, all caps lock. Inspired by Copenhagen's expanding light rail service, this model is quite impressive and massive. Let's take a closer look at the train, or tram. The tram features a green color scheme with some transparent glass pieces. The sleek, smooth shape of the tram makes the model stand out. Here you can see a clever use of the knot technique. Taking a look at the station itself, it features a lot of track switches. This light rail train with station and level crossing is a fantastic tribute to Copenhagen's expanding light rail network and is a must-have for LEGO train fans. The LNER Blue Mallard, one of the most iconic locomotives ever made. The Mallard set the world record for speed for a steam locomotive in 1938. With an impressive blue color scheme, of course, this model has a nice aerodynamical design. The model is also massive, with these huge train wheels and a nice tender. And the best part, this model can be motorized, so it could run in your LEGO city. The project also includes a passenger coach. The Mallard is a classic locomotive that would just be the perfect LEGO set. Next up we have a tribute to the golden era of public transit. Time to travel to the 1940s with this classic underground metro station. When you reach this station platform by descending these stairs, you'll see a lively atmosphere with a telephone box and one of those newsboys. The model also includes a subway train perfect for any LEGO train fan. The interior of the car includes overhead rails so you don't fall off when this train reaches top speed. The seats are also quite charming, as this 1940s underground metro station is a must-have for LEGO train fans and history buffs alike. Whether you are expanding your LEGO city or you just love classic trains, this set brings nostalgia and realism to your collection. You should definitely support this model. Speaking of that, we have tram with trailer. Time to travel on this fantastic cable car. The LEGO View tram is a great little model with a lot of detailing. You get this classic yellow, white with blue accents tram with nice proportions. My favorite part is incredibly the roof. It includes a lot of cool details and the shaping is really well done. You are also able to switch the destination blinds, referencing classic LEGO cities like Heart Lake City and Belleville. Don't go there. This model also includes an accessible ramp and platform to board the said tram. However, my main criticism is that this ramp is lacking railing. This would not be accessible in the real world and thus lacking a bit in detail. Despite that, this is a fantastic little model that any LEGO city builder or tram enthusiast would love to add to their collection. Are you tired of being limited by sharp curves and old rail tracks? Do you want to go fast without breaking the bank on new infrastructure? Well, I have just the thing for you: working tilting train. Gone are the days of having to slow down on curves, now your high-speed dreams can come true. This model includes 4 stylish cars. I'm in love with the blue color palette. Blue is my favorite color. The model uses knot or studs not on top technique for the train windows, allowing for these wide open windows perfect for watching this train tilt. The tilting mechanism is quite interesting and well done, and the best part, this model can be motorized, so you get an extra layer of detail. Next up we have Shinkansen or Shinkansen. Time to travel on the train that changed the history of railways forever. When the Tokaido Shinkansen first opened, it proved to the world trains were a viable alternative to planes. Now, 50 years later, we see the newest model, the N700 series, recreated with Lego in this smaller scale. So yes, finally, something that can fit in my room. The model also includes a cute little interior, just like the real train. So this is a great model for fans of railways or anyone that likes the sleek design of the Shinkansen. Next up we have Amtrak Superliner. This Amtrak coach set is a passion project, blending accuracy with a bit of creative liberty to make a more enjoyable model. Designed at 10 studs wide, it offers improved interior space, letting minifigures actually move around, something Amtrak passengers can only dream of. So this model is so big, it's almost the size of G-gauge trains. The fully posable seats, opening compartments and detailed cab add depth to the design, while the wheels and durable couplers ensure smooth operation. The model draws inspiration from childhood experiences of the designer and reference images, though it does take some liberties, like the extra legroom, because let's be honest, Amtrak could use it, and a standout feature is the metallic silver color scheme, accented with chrome-colored grills to maintain a premium look without excessive cost. While LEGO may never produce full chrome Amtrak sets, this design proves the potential for an officially licensed Amtrak train that looks stunning on any layout. Would LEGO ever consider it? Probably not, but hey, it's worth a shot. Next up we have a cool set, the cable car, that actually works. Now this is a childhood dream come true. The cable car cabin is the centerpiece, hanging from a working cable car system that allows for smooth movement between 2 small stations. The system is designed to be modular, meaning builders can expand it by adding more cable lengths and support poles to fit their layouts. While inspired by real-world cable cars, this design is an original LEGO interpretation, not infringing on anyone's copyright, making it a versatile and customizable addition to any LEGO city or adventure scene, or even your basement. Whether spanning across a ski resort or connecting 2 mountain peaks, this cable car adds a new dimension to LEGO city transportation. Throughout this video we've explored some incredible LEGO creations, trains, trams and more, all crafted with passion, skill and a deep love for LEGO. The historic train, PMA Cat 1225 steam locomotive. Get ready for an incredible model with a lot of detailing. Check out the incredible pistons and wells, and beyond that the designer added a bit of scenery with a deer and a cardinal, all in a snow-covered environment. Familiar, right? Well, the PMA Cat 1225 is a historic locomotive and probably one of the most iconic locomotives ever made. And so this design is super detailed and it just looks great. The cab has some really clever part usage, like the flowers being used as valves. Great detail was also made in the sand lines and other details. So this is an incredible model you should definitely check out. Next up we have Horsedrawn Train LEGO View. A beautiful little tram perfect for your LEGO city. The model is a horse-drawn tram that in the storyline has been restored by the fictional LEGOville Museum. Every weekend said museum runs the horse-drawn tram on LEGOville's train network, so this model is great at storytelling. Now let's talk about the model itself. It features an open car design with beautiful benches perfect to fit a lot of tourists. The design uses knot technique or studs not on top to create a dynamic look for the tram. Then we have a nice apple tree. So this is a fantastic nostalgic model perfect for your LEGO city. This is why you should support it. Support it? Wait, what? LEGO Ideas is a platform created by the LEGO Group that allows fans to submit their own original designs. Essentially, it's a way for the LEGO community to directly influence what future LEGO sets might just look like. Here's how it works. Anyone can create a LEGO Ideas model, take photos and submit it to the LEGO Ideas website. If a project gains enough support from the community, specifically reaching 10,000 supporters, which is not easy, it moves into an official review stage by LEGO designers. Then they evaluate the project for feasibility, playability and blah blah blah. If it passes this review stage, well, it will become a reality. This makes LEGO Ideas a powerful tool for LEGO fans to share their creativity and potentially have their designs become part of LEGO's history. Speaking of that, we have a technical problem on the railway.
Your attention please.
Those words are familiar to any train traveler, but what happens behind the scenes when a technical incident occurs? Today, we're taking a look at a LEGO mock that brings the vital work of railway maintenance to life. This isn't your typical passenger train, this is a detailed maintenance train, equipped with everything needed to tackle technical problems anywhere on the rail network. The integrated cherry picker allows workers to reach even the most difficult to access areas, and the train is packed with tools for any job. The heart of this model is the impressive signaling gantry. And yes, this is the first time I'm hearing that word. Built on a substantial base plate, the creator designed this gantry to be as realistic as possible, capturing the complexity and importance of signaling. The creator explains that it was initially built just as a gantry, but the designer found it looked empty and sad. That's when the designer decided to add the maintenance train and cherry picker, bringing life and purpose to the scene. The attention to detail is truly remarkable, from the various tools and equipments on the train to the intricate design of the gantry. Every element has been carefully considered. It's clear that the creator wanted to capture the daily lives of railway workers, a side of the industry that we often don't see. Imagine this maintenance train and signaling gantry as part of your LEGO train layout. It would be a fantastic way to add a touch of realism and functionality, something vital that goes into keeping the railways working. The maintenance train is a fantastic example of how LEGO builders can create models that are both incredible but also educational. Next up, we have Monorail Station. Step into the future of LEGO transportation. Let's explore this fantastic monorail station mock. This isn't just a train station, it's a vision of tomorrow. This station features not one, but two unique monorail trains. We have a sleek modern white train designed for driverless operation and a more classic orange train with dedicated conductor. Both trains are meticulously detailed, both inside and out. The designer has paid close attention to even the smallest details, and notice all the windows. The station is designed with numerous see-through panels, allowing you to watch the train as it glides along the rails and observe the bustling activity inside. But this model isn't just static for shelf display to gather dust. The trains are fully functioning, moving mechanisms and working doors. It's all about playability. But please stand clear of the doors. The creator points out that this mock would be a groundbreaking LEGO set. It would be a great way to bring back a LEGO monorail to life and introduce a new style of trains. This unique design and playability makes it a truly special creation. Speaking of monorails, we have a Classic Space Research Base. This massive modular creation is a love letter to the iconic Classic Space theme, reimagined for modern LEGO pieces. The designer and creator tells us that this base is a dream project, a design that the designer always wanted to build. It's designed to be both a stunning exhibition piece and a highly playable set. The modular design allows for endless customization and expansion, making it perfect for both display and play, and it would also pair nicely with the Galaxy Explorer and Black Throne set. And what's a classic space base without a monorail? Inspired by the monorail from the classic Futuron set, the creator has designed a modernized monorail system that's ready for motorization. This brings back a beloved element of the classic theme in a fresh and exciting way. Of course, no classic space base is complete without its crew. This mock includes 8 classic spaceman figures, ready to explore new worlds and conduct groundbreaking research. I imagine this set would be a huge hit with children and adults. With renewed interest in space exploration, this set allows for us to experience and explore new worlds using our own creativity. It's also a chance to bring back some nostalgia to LEGO adults. But why should you support these LEGO Ideas projects? Specifically when it comes to trains. LEGO Ideas is a platform where fans like you and me can submit their own creations, and if they gather enough support, LEGO might turn them into official sets. However, the road to get to said objective is not easy. We need to help them, because LEGO Ideas is a crucial tool for the LEGO train community. By supporting train-themed projects on LEGO Ideas, you are directly telling to LEGO that there is a demand for more train sets. If a project reaches 10,000 supporters, it goes into review, increasing the chances of it becoming a real LEGO product. Think of it as a direct line to LEGO designers. You're saying, we love trains and we want to see more of them. This is specifically important since LEGO doesn't currently have a dedicated trains theme. Beyond that, these designers need our help. Let's give them an extra hand by showcasing that they are not alone. Then let's use the last part of this video to showcase some impressive previous models that are nearing 10,000 supporters and need your help to become a reality, like the 800s Railroading and Bridges engine. This is an incredible model that just looks great, with its golden chrome pieces and western aesthetics. Hey cowboy! This 4x0 locomotive just looks fantastic. It comes with this bridge-like diorama to elevate the model to perfection. It would be a great LEGO set to have at home or in a LEGO city. Next up we have the massive Union Pacific Big Boy. The Big Boy holds a special place in American railroad history. It represents an era of engineering and innovation, and also power. This LEGO model seeks to capture that historical significance through an accurate replication, and by that I mean it's gigantic. The external design reflects the locomotive's impressive presence. The distinctive features and aesthetics that define the Big Boy are present, demonstrating the model's commitment to greatness. This set serves as a detailed recreation of an engineering marvel. Sumter and Chocata 102. This elegant 282 steam locomotive is an instant classic. Notably, the locomotive features a bold black and red color scheme, tying the whole model together. The designer also included lots of details, like the pipes and the sandboxes. There is also a space to display a minifigure. The model also features a giant tender. Next, we have the classic passenger coach, nicknamed the Josephine. This passenger coach features that iconic sand green color scheme, giving the model a fancy aesthetic. We also have a detailed interior, and I'm loving all of these windows, allowing sunlight to come in. Then we have one of those modern tourism cars that feature large floor-to-ceiling windows, allowing for 360-degree views. You usually find these vehicles in tourist hotspots, hence the nickname I gave it to them. This model can even be motorized, so this set has a lot going for it, from the detailed locomotives to the impressive look of the overall set. Next up we have a model that combines creativity and display, CityWalk Grand Plaza. This set is innovative as it doesn't just give us one single vehicle, oh no, it includes a whole city. And let's talk transportation, because CityWalk Grand Plaza doesn't hold back. The set is packed with a variety of vehicles, buses, sleek trams that zip along their tracks, and even a metro system that dives below street level. Literally, but we'll get to that later. The model features a highway, and it seems as if we had an accident here. Below said highway, we have a train or tram in a beautiful light blue color scheme. Beyond that, we have a very large plaza featuring all amenities you could possibly imagine, food trucks, trees, and even a tour bus. The city is on its way up, as we have a construction site. The model features two buildings, one with apartments and the other with offices, but this model goes beyond that. Follow the standard metro entrance to encounter a whole new world beyond that. Look at this subway train. It's quite impressive, with a color scheme reminiscent of the IC trains from Germany. But if you are a car enthusiast, don't worry, as this model includes a giant underground parking lot. Perfect for, parking yourselves when you're tired of building. What a brilliant concept! This modular CityWalk Grand Plaza set captures a vibrant city life perfectly, creating a whole ecosystem of movement and hustle across a 32x32 base plate. From bustling streets and plazas to viaducts, each part of this model tells its own story. Next up we have the Santa Teresa tram. Time to travel to Rio de Janeiro. The Santa Teresa tram is perhaps the most picturesque tram ride in the world, as it goes across the impressive tall aqueduct or Arcos da Lapa. This fan model is perfect for any carioca. This set packs quite a punch, with the classic color scheme we all know and love from Rio de Janeiro. This model is perfect for anyone with a carioca. It even includes an accessible tram design with a central space for a wheelchair, making it an authentic nod to Rio de Janeiro's commitment to accessibility. And because graffiti is such a signature of the neighborhood, the designer added an artist painting the arches, complete with a mural of the tram itself, a touch of Rio's street art culture captured in brick form. That's why you should support this model. Support? But why? Welcome to LEGO Ideas, a platform where anyone can upload a LEGO set, and if it gathers enough supporters, it can become a real LEGO set. But it's almost impossible. First, the designers need to gather 10,000 supporters, and well, that's not easy. So these designers need our help. What if we band together and support the best ideas and projects so they have a chance to become real? Next up we have the perfect small model, all aboard for our journey back to the golden age of railways. This miniature steam passenger excursion train project is a compact marvel, at 508 pieces, capturing the magic of steam travel in LEGO form. Let's start with the locomotive, where the real engineering comes into play. This little beauty doesn't just rest on simple builds, it's crafted with intricate snot techniques to give it that authentic steam engine vibe. Now onto the two passenger cars. The first, in bright yellow, feels like a classic western train, with sleek dark stone grey doors, the pieces LEGO usually uses to represent cold on the side for quick boarding. But if you are more about the nostalgia, experience the dark red car that takes you straight to the early days of railroading, complete with open-ended balconies for that breezy, scenic ride. This set beautifully balances history with functionality, letting us relive the romance of steam travel right at home, with a vintage charm and modern detailing. This train is a perfect ticket for any LEGO rail enthusiast. Next up, we are climbing to 36,000 feet aboard the majestic Aeromexico Boing 737 MAX 8. This model recreates the iconic Boing aircraft perfectly, showcasing everything from the CMF LEAP engines to the retractable landing gear, perfect for butter landings. Beyond that, this model showcases the Aeromexico livery. This set looks ready to taxi straight onto the runway. Whether you are an aviation enthusiast or just a fan of sleek designs, this model brings the thrill of flight right to your display shelf, just like the LEGO Concorde. Next up we have a creative take on aircraft set, the Vartumal F or maintenance hall. Now imagine a hangar so big it can fit 6 Boeing 747s. Located in Frankfurt, the building dates from 1965, and it's a perfect representation of brutalist architecture. Showcasing an exposed concrete structure, the structure is the highlight of the building, featuring a huge span. This set is perfect to store miniature aircraft. Last but not least, you see a few aircraft. The dimensions and proportions are similar to the Airbus A340, a slim, long-haul aircraft with 4 engines. I think we also have some 747s, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This is a great set, a combination of aviation and architecture, two of my passions. Next up we are diving deep into liquid space, 20,000 leagues under the sea, to explore Seatron Reef. This model features a bunch of nostalgia, reminiscent of the good old days of LEGO sets, but overall this model is unfathomable. As we dive deep, we encounter a new aesthetic, discover colorful coral reefs showcasing the immense treasures the ocean can offer us. But we must remember that the bounty of the deep is not easy to obtain. That's why Seatron is here. Here we have Futuron minifigures, a personal favorite if you look at my clothing. But they are not alone. The Seatron has some underwater vehicles that can help them in their mission. The design of this set is indeed a whale of a tale. These are the most creative LEGO train designs made by fans like you and me. Get ready to see some of the coolest train models made by AFOS that can become a real LEGO train set if you help them out. Get ready to explore fantastic locomotives, powerful trains, and a few surprises. We start off with the PMA Cat Railway, the real Polar Express. This is more than just a train, it's a lifelong project. The PMA Cat is a classic locomotive, even appearing in the popular movie called Polar Express. The designer did a fantastic job here, capturing the size of the original model. The locomotive is massive, featuring large pistons and many details, utilizing LEGO's newest small pieces to make a fantastic build. One of my favorite details is this ladder on the tender. The model can be motorized, so imagine this beauty running through your LEGO city. Then we have a fan favorite, the Pullman heavyweight coach. These classic luxurious coaches have been a staple of American culture. They are indeed iconic. The designer again did a great job here, even including a detailed interior. Then we have my favorite part, the caboose. It features a classic red color scheme and again that ladder technique. The designer also created custom buggies. It is modeled after the real-life A909, which were an essential part of railroads back in the day. But as I mentioned before, this is more than just a simple project. The designer Nuova has been dreaming this model ever since he watched the original Polar Express movie. There's a strong family connection to the railways, including the designer's grandfather and ancestors who worked as engineers, mechanics, and internal controllers. The designer had a goal: make the best LEGO train version of this model. So much so that this was his university dissertation project. And here we have it, the newest version of the model, a beautiful project you need to support. Why? Well, LEGO Ideas is a platform that empowers creators and fan designers. Here anyone can upload a project and one day it might be sold in LEGO stores. However, it's not that easy. First off, a project needs 10,000 supporters to become a reality, and that's not an easy feat. In today's world where everyone is competing for your attention, getting someone to support your LEGO Ideas project is not as easy as it might seem, unless you want to get banned from a subreddit. Beyond that, if you get 10,000 supporters, your project needs to be hand-selected by LEGO, and usually they just pick 2 out of 3 of, let's say, 30 projects. It's an uphill battle. But when we don't have a dedicated train theme, something becomes clear. If we help these designers, we might get more LEGO trains. Speaking of that, it's a beautiful day to check out Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, Trolley. Trolley take us to the neighborhood of make-believe. Fred Rogers transported viewers to meet beloved friends like King Friday and Queen Sarah. Inspired by these magical moments, a passionate designer created a stunning, minifigure-scaled replica of the iconic red trolley of this beautiful neighborhood. This is an 8 studs wide and 24 studs long replica of the iconic trolley we all know and love. I enjoy the attention to detail the designer put here. Take for instance the benches that look great, and even the handrails look fantastic. This trolley set is a perfect addition for any Mr. Rogers fan or somebody with a lot of nostalgia. Combining the beloved red trolley with iconic characters from the show we all know and love, let's help this model become a reality, ensuring that the magic of the neighborhood continues for generations to come. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit that like and subscribe buttons below. Your support not only helps share this video around with others who might enjoy it, but it also guides me in planning future content, since I create everything on my own. Your engagement is incredibly helpful. Thank you. Next up we have a super cool model, the LBSCR E2 class tank engine. A standout in the early 20th century, the updated E2 class tank engine model captures this legacy perfectly, with a sleek new design, darker livery, and swappable faces, including that Among Us piece. It's a true collector's item that could fit anywhere. This project is small, but that's not a bad thing. It looks great and it would be cheaper if it became real. Join the journey and celebrate the enduring legacy of the E2 class with this remarkable LEGO Ideas project by supporting it. Next up we have a very cool model, chairlift with ski slope. This model accomplished what many couldn't: make a working Lego chairlift. Imagine skiing down this beautiful brick-built slope. Even better, the designer added beautiful pine trees built with a very clever building technique. Not only that, this model includes a bunch of minifigures and ski gondolas, making it a kinetic model you are sure to enjoy and hopefully support. Next up we have a creative model. House Moving Castle, flying version, traveling to the fantastic world of Hayao Miyazaki. This model is simply great. It features a bunch of cool little details fans of the movie will notice. Take for instance this giant boat-shaped aircraft, with plants outside and giant propellers to make the thing work, I guess. We have a small city that looks great, and even better, there are more details I'm going to let you discover and comment down below. On top we have some early industrial elements as well. This is a great model for display and play and would fit almost anywhere, just not on the restroom. Next up we have another great train model, Winter Tram Bar. This model is great as it features a lot of details but is also quite essential in some ways. It's the perfect model to store a Lego train during a harsh winter. Beyond that, this model is made to fit aesthetically with Lego's long-running winter village sets. It even features a classic wooden water tower in case you have run out of it. Next up we have the GTS Fingjet 1977. This is not a train, but is a classic reinterpretation of those old nostalgic Lego cruises from back in the day. Even better, we all enjoy cruise liners, right? The designer remembers several trips on board. Unfortunately, this ship was scrapped in 2008. However, the designer preserved this model with Lego bricks, and maybe even a Lego set if we support it. The model features those classic ship aesthetics, even putting some lifeboats. Hopefully the ship has enough of them, and a helipad. So overall, this is a great little model you could definitely support. But how do you support a project exactly? While it might seem simple at first, there's a lot to it. You see, designers spend a lot of time building the models of their dreams only to realize they don't get the attention they deserve. Many designers will inevitably fail to gain attraction and become forgotten. But we don't want that. This is why we need to help them by lending the support they need. And I don't mean just clicking that big yellow button. Supporting a project goes beyond that. Supporting is showcasing to the world that this project matters. How do you do that exactly? Well, share this project to your family and friends or promote it on social media. This way, you showcase to the designer that he's not alone. Additionally, if we can get more train projects to reach 10,000 supporters, we might showcase to LEGO that trains really do matter. After all, we don't have a dedicated trains theme, at least anymore. Speaking of fantastic projects, next up we have a nostalgic model, Tales from the Pier. This is a great little project that brings you back to those days of seaside amusement parks and entertainment. If you ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon, you might get some nostalgia, specifically with the giant slide, which was a popular attraction in the game. The park also features a carousel and some other venues like a stand-up auditorium. But all of this is actually hiding a much deeper secret, a corruption scandal with the mayor. So, are you going to unravel the mystery? Reading an order 2102. This is a massive model built by Baldwin Locomotive Works in March 1925 and later rebuilt. This is not only an impressive piece of history but also an outstanding model for any LEGO train fan. Let's take a look at the giant pistons for instance. They showcase the impressive scale of this model. The shape of the boiler is indeed quite interesting, highlighting the attention to detail the designer put into this model. The tender is not big just for show, as it can house a power functions motor, meaning yes, this model can be motorized. This model showcases creativity and attention to detail. For our next model, imagine if you could have a LEGO set that is not only for display, but also function. Not only that, it has a clever train twist. I present to you Train Bookends. This model is genius, as it features a train going through a tunnel, creating a clever illusion. The model could also work in real life to hold books. Nice. And the more books you add, the longer your tunnel looks. The model comes with 3 fake Lego books for display, but the most important part are the trains, of course. We have a locomotive on one side with its black color scheme, and on the other side we have a caboose type coach featuring this nice dark red color scheme with a stylish white lining. It can also fit minifigures reading a book, for instance. The designer included a lot of detail on the tunnels themselves, including a lot of landscaping with vines growing, and a sign reading Book Tunnel. Now that's quite nice, my friends. This model showcases why LEGO Ideas is so great and why you should definitely support it. Wait, supporting it? Why? Welcome to LEGO Ideas, where any project can become a reality. Here LEGO fans can create a project, and if it gets enough support it can become a real LEGO set. Unfortunately, most projects don't get the support they need, as reaching the coveted 10,000 supporters is a hard task, and after that, LEGO needs to approve your project. However, if we can showcase to LEGO that these ideas projects, specifically train projects, matter, well, we might just see LEGO start doing more trains. After all, LEGO Ideas is a platform that gives the users a chance to vote on the next set. And we don't have a dedicated trains theme at least anymore, so supporting these Ideas train sets is ever more crucial. That's why you should check out Caledonian Railway 812 class. This iconic 060 Scottish locomotive is simply fantastic. Fun fact, this is the only surviving locomotive of this type, spawning its nice blue color scheme and featuring a bunch of detail. Let's see what this model includes. First off, we have a powerful locomotive and a nice tender. So overall, this is a very well detailed model you should definitely check out if you like this type of locomotive. Then we have a model that accomplished something incredible, Railway Station. This model features the contrast between the historical vernacular station and the contemporary steel structure of the platform. The model features taxi and bus stops to accommodate mass transit. Inside the station itself, we have this beautiful hall with 2 spiral staircases. We also have a small cafe in the corner. The exterior facade is simple but beautiful, featuring nice proportions. The platform features these large, expansive steel structures used to protect the passengers. We have many auxiliary accessories as well, so overall this is a very nice model that showcases the diversity of today's railroading systems. Next up we have Hohenzollern Bridge, or in German, Hohenzollernbrücken, and I apologize to all Germans watching this video, I tried. One of the most iconic structures in the city of Köln, Germany, the Hohenzollernbrücke stands as a testament to resilience and engineering. This LEGO Ideas project masterfully captures the essence of this historical bridge, offering a detailed and elegant model that reflects both its architectural significance and its role in rail transportation. This beautiful LEGO model replicates the bridge's elegant structure, making it a perfect display piece for a shelf, a table, or even in the bathroom if you're crazy enough. The use of sand green bricks ensures that the model complements the various decor styles, making it a versatile addition to any LEGO collection or home setting. The model includes 2 nameplates, allowing builders to choose between the German and English names for the bridge. By supporting this LEGO Ideas project, you can help bring a piece of Cologne's history into hands of builders around the globe, celebrating the legacy of Hohenzollernbrücken and the enduring spirit of innovation and reconstruction. Next up we have the iconic Kolkata Tram. Kolkata Tram is more than just a model, it's a symbol for the rich history and culture of Kolkata, formerly known as Kolkata. This LEGO Ideas project brings to life the charm and nostalgia of the iconic streetcars that have been part of the cityscape since the 20s. India, a nation of more than a billion people, currently only has a few LEGO sets. The Kolkata Tram would be a fantastic addition to the theme, offering LEGO enthusiasts a chance to explore a different facet of Indian culture and history, something a bit more modern if you will. Imagine if you could get more sets based on this beautiful country. Much like the London bus has become a popular LEGO set, the Kolkata Tram has the potential to capture builders worldwide with its unique story and well, cultural significance. So this project is more than a tram, it's about the rich history of this nation. Speaking of trams, we have Vintage Tram. Inspired by the charming trams of Bucharest, this LEGO project brings to life a beautiful designed vintage tram. This project features a classic compact tram model, accompanied by a modern tram stop, highlighting the contrast often seen in cities where vintage trams are put alongside contemporary urban infrastructure. The tram stop's sleek design emphasizes the tram's vintage appeal, creating a visually appealing juxtaposition. Whether as a standalone display piece or as an addition to a larger LEGO city, this vintage tram model is versatile and eye-catching. The base is designed to align perfectly with other bases you'll find from fans. Next up, we have to travel to Taiwan, with Taiwan architecture and landscape. This model features the diverse landscapes of Taiwan, the most beautiful island in the world, at least according to the Portuguese, since they named it Formosa. We even have a high-speed rail system in orange here, highlighting the country's commitment to technology and sustainability. The background features the sky in this very clever building technique, so this is an outstanding model you should definitely support. You see, LEGO designers spend a lot of time building the models of their dreams, only to realize they don't get the attention they deserve. This can be heartbreaking to many. That's why you need to help them by lending the support they need. And I don't mean just clicking that big yellow button. Supporting a project goes beyond that. Supporting showcasing to the world that this project matters. With Brickton Valley Railway, this gorgeous model runs inspiration from the picturesque heritage railways scattered throughout the United Kingdom. The station showcases that perfectly and would also fit in a small LEGO city or even a shelf. The interior is simple though effective, with what you would expect. Let's talk about the awesome 040 locomotive. This simple model captures the essence of building with LEGO. Look at the amount of small LEGO elements here. This designer deserves to be hired by LEGO. The passenger coach is also cool. Unfortunately, this project has less than 1000 supporters, and that is the theme of some great train projects out there, like the LEGO JR East series train. Based on the iconic Japanese commuter train in Tokyo, this train will transport you to Japan. No, not literally, unfortunately. This project is massive, as it is 10 studs wide, yes, just like the LEGO Hogwarts Express. This project is absolutely huge, guys, go support it. Next up is a magnificent piece of LEGO building, the streamlined steam train. Yeah, try saying that 10 times fast. This locomotive will bring you back to the days of crazy designs and the streamlined modern. Imagine having this train displayed on your office. I think even in the bathroom it would look good, though I don't recommend that. My favorite part is the coach, as it has awesome building techniques and even a nice interior. And yes, a toilet. This is the perfect model for adult fans of LEGO or train enthusiasts. Unfortunately, this project barely has enough supporters. LEGO Ideas is a website where people like you and me can upload their projects, and if it gets to 10,000 supporters, it will go to the people of highest level at the LEGO company, and they will decide if it should become a real set, just like these ones. Next up is one of the best metro systems in Europe, the Madrid Metro. This creation is retro, it is from the 60s. While it is small, a metro / subway is something LEGO has rarely done with that Spider-Man set from a while ago. So it would be awesome getting a subway in my LEGO city or your LEGO city. Statistically speaking, if we can have more train projects reaching 10k every so often, we can achieve more sets by doing that. So get out there and support some of these. It's time to go to the wilderness of the United States with Grand Canyon Railway. Be transported to a world of unique landscapes and an awesome train. This project is absolutely genius. However, it only has 60 days left. Guys, we need to hurry up. The locomotive is simply great, it even has little details. The designer made the wise decision to include the tender. The coach is somewhat simple but captures the essence of those Wild West trains of movies. Overall, this set would be a great set if it were real. As LEGO fans, specifically LEGO train fans, will do also like trams, right? So up next is Lisbon Tram Elétrico 28. This model is perfect for those that want a simple display or something that they could add to their city. As Lisboa Tram, it includes a mini city section with the iconic Portuguese stone sidewalks. The jewel of the project is the iconic tram. From its yellow color to the nice use of pieces, this model is sure to impress. The designer went above and beyond to create something truly awesome. This set is also close to the designer, as the real-life tram was part of his day-to-day commute. If this set doesn't get approved, LEGO is missing out. Are you a fan of big locomotives? Then this is the project for you. The LEGO German BR50 locomotive, based on the iconic German train. Das ist gut. This model is huge. It has so many wheels, guys, come on. This is a great set for display, with its great amount of detail like boiler rings, pipes, fittings and much more. Das ist wunderbar, Leute. Now, moving on, most successful LEGO idea sets are based on a gimmick, a globe, a typewriter, and for our next project we have a bookend. The LEGO Ideas Train bookend. Need I say more? I mean, this project explains itself, so I'm just gonna talk about the train. We have this nice locomotive and this nice caboose, or whatever it is, with the great tunnel. Overall, this would look great in most offices or rooms. Imagine having this model attached to your perfect book that you never read. LEGO fans, do you miss this old red crocodile locomotive? Well, I have just the thing for you, with a homage to 4541. Yes, this set will bring you back to the good old days of LEGO trains. This set shines on with the bright red color and the black bricks. It could even be motorized, apparently. I like what the designer did. We already had the crocodile, but this is different enough, just like a LEGO Mackie, and LEGO releases so many of those, so why can't we have more trains? Now, are you nostalgic or horrified by the movie Polar Express? Then this is the set for you. Based on the movie/book, get transported back to your childhood with this outstanding model. From the locomotive to the coaches, this set is sure to impress even non-LEGO fans. Now you can live your dreams of being Tom Hanks, I guess. Our last pick might just be the most genius idea yet, as it's not one but 4 trains all in one set, though you can only build one. Choose from Per Maquette 1225, Per Maquette 1223, the Polar Express, and the Nickel Plate Road 765. By changing a few parts, you can bring any legendary locomotive to life, or you can even make your own version. This train is absolutely genius. Now, there's just one more set I had to share, guys, and that is the train SFSM-FE 220, the electric trains built in the 70s for the Circumvesuviana, transporting people in the southern parts of Italy. This model might not be for everyone, but it's very detailed and I think the designer did a good job. This set brings you nostalgic for those Italian trains of old. The LNER Mallard steam train. This beauty captures the essence of classic steam locomotives. Imagine having this magnificent locomotive chugging throughout your LEGO city or displayed on your shelf. The iconic design is turned into LEGO form with an awesome use of pieces. This set even includes a minifigure, yes sir, Nigel Grizzly. He designed some trains and a mallard duck for some reason. Wait. Ah, that's funny! This model is absolutely gigantic, fitting onto 4, you heard me right, 4 LEGO train tracks. Not only that, but this set is quite emotional, as the designer remembers this train from his childhood. So this would be an absolutely must-have if it were a real set. So get out there and support this one. Just like you guys, there once lived a man that wanted more LEGO trains. He sat all day crying about that in despair, until he learned about LEGO Ideas, a platform where fans alike can upload their creations, and if it gets 10,000 supporters, it might become a LEGO set if the LEGO people think it will make money. And that is why our next project is simply fantastic. Train Station Wild West. Not only this set does celebrate the classic theme of Wild West set, it is quite impressive with a water tower, some nice plants, and a detailed interior cowboy. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that voice. It will bring you back to those western movies of old. And Nope, if you watched that. What I like about this model is the use of pieces from wood like walls to the roof. It is very clever. Now, if you thought it could not get better, wait until you see this, the LEGO Flying Scotsman. This 1000 piece model will make you go back to the good old days with a massive locomotive that also comes with some wagons. Just the tender, which is the coal wagon, is super detailed. I mean, look at the wheels. Then we have the magnificent coaches with a restaurant car and a passenger car, and even the doors open. Now, this train would look astonishing in my LEGO city. Now guys, I have good news because LEGO is actually making an idea set that is a train, and that is the Orient Express. It's probably coming late 2023 or 2024 since the next one is the bugs. When our guy heard about this, he was excited, but he soon found out most LEGO Ideas train projects were not so lucky as they did not achieve 10,000 supporters. This made our guy frustrated again. After all, he was only one. How could he support these sets even more? Are you nostalgic for Thomas, the classic train that never gave up? Well, sometimes. Well, he has been turned into a LEGO model with this entry, including a super scary face that might just appear in your next dream. There is also an even scarier option that is brick built. The amount of detail here will blow your mind. No, not like that, hopefully. As the designer managed to immortalize the classic book/TV show into a LEGO model. Comes in a UCS style track like the Crocodile Locomotive. Hurry up, as this model only has 350 supporters. Do you like train stations? The next set is like a McDonald's combo with a train station and a train. Speaking of that, I need some chicken nuggets. This train is based on the Caledonia 812 Jumbo, first built in 1899. The station is inspired by Brickton Station on the historic Caledonian Railway. Now, if you have no idea what that means, don't worry, you are in with me. This model itself is very cute. It could fit onto a small LEGO city, and the coach is super classic. As for the train station, that feels like something out of a movie. Next up is the Czech Steam Train 422031. This is a very small model, but don't let that fool you, as it can be more affordable for LEGO Trains fans and AFOs alike that want to get into the LEGO train space quickly. With its impressive simple design but effective use of pieces, this is sure to impress and could fit almost anywhere. Now, did you ever catch the train and look at one of those weird towers in the middle of the yard? Well, this designer made just that with LEGO Train Control Tower to manage 2 tracks. Although this is a modular size set, meaning it cannot fit anywhere you want to, and it's a bit harder to get into a LEGO city, the details and the architecture make it a very desirable model if it actually existed. And yes, it includes a toilet. The control room itself is simple yet effective in portraying a realistic control tower. Our next set is so complex that it has that in the name, Complex One, Retro Train with shops and parking. This model is like a mini LEGO city. It has car parking, bike parking, dog and cat parking as well. There is also a bike shop and a grocery store for all your last needs. Another useful attribute of this model is that the shops were made in a way so collectors also have the option of using their parts for residential buildings. The train itself looks like the ones from the Paris Metro, with these blue colors and the tire-like wheels design. So, we talk about big trains, small trains, but how about display trains like the LEGO Globe or Typewriter? Well, this designer created the working little train layout. This is a perfect set for LEGO fans without space, once it can fit almost anywhere. Recreating a small LEGO city, this is the dream of many. There is even a model train shop, come on guys. It also includes references to sets long gone, like the train engine shed. And speaking of that, we have kind of a remake of that with the LEGO Locomotive Depot. LEGO fans, do you want a place to store your locomotives? Well, we have this. Tired of having to buy this old set for double the price? Well, this designer created a very beautiful model with, you guessed it, a turntable, so that you can live your steam dreams. It can fit 3 locals and has custom doors. This is a very big model, so it won't fit anywhere, but let's not deny its impressiveness. The design reminds me of a traditional train depot with masonry bricks and clever use of colors. The way the designer was able to figure out a way to remove the roof without damaging the set, it's quite clever. This is a magnificent almost 3000 pieces build. Now we have an idea LEGO has never done. a rack railway. For those unaware, a rack railway is like a zipper that holds the train in place. Some rack railways go up in mountains, for instance. This model includes a detailed bridge-like structure with awesome arches and clever piece usages. The rack itself is quite simple but educational nevertheless. Imagine all the people that can learn about rack railways with this model. Hooray, right? Every angle of this set is impressive, from the hidden references like a fisherman to the plants growing on the bridge. Don't let this one slip by and support it today. 1800s railroading bridges and engines. This model is absolutely stunning and awesome. From the detailed gold chrome pieces that would probably not happen in real life to the beautiful wood bridge. This would fit right next to our Old West building. This is a great model for display. This project has I can't believe someone actually designed this. This looks something straight out of a movie, with the detail on the tender and the boiler itself. There is even space for minifigures and this premium minifigure, whatever it is representing. This project has 3,700 supporters, but only 500 days left. Imagine a world where the creativity of dedicated designers goes unnoticed, where their hard work and passion remains just ideas forgotten in the dust of time. This is how many LEGO Trains fans feel, as if they cannot support the projects more. Well, today we stopped that.
You can actually support these projects, but I already clicked support. No, supporting is more than clicking a button. It's spreading the word on social media. Don't spam. Bringing attention to family and friends. That is how you actually support a LEGO project. Because supporting is more than clicking a button.
That is how you double support a project. The designers behind these projects pour their hearts and souls into every brick and every detail. They spend countless hours perfecting their models, drawing inspiration from beloved games like Ticket to Ride, and creating something truly special. Reaching the coveted 10,000 supporters is not easy. It's a mountain that needs climbing, and every supporter is a step towards the summit. So don't let these brilliant designs get forgotten. Together we can help these LEGO Ideas projects gain the recognition they deserve. Next up we have Miniature Train Station Workshop. Welcome to the world of microscale. The Miniature Train Station Workshop is an intricate micro-scale set designed for train enthusiasts and LEGO lovers alike. This project explores the appeal of smaller builds, delivering an exceptional experience packed with detail and charm. Featuring what looks to be a classic TGV train and a large warehouse, this model is great. The designer did a great job utilizing a limited amount of pieces and creating a beautiful environment. However, I saved a special model for last, Trainmaker. This model is about us, the people that dream about trains and railroads. Welcome to a world where small dreams come to life. Here we have a passionate railroad fan that builds intricate models in his tiny shed with the steam locomotive IS-28. This 284 locomotive may impress LEGO fans with its attention to detail and interesting color scheme. Take a look at the tender and pay attention to the little pieces. This is how the designer was able to level up this model, making it look fantastic. The designer was generous enough to include a little bridge that just looks great. Unfortunately, this is display only, no motorization, but you should definitely support this one. Next up is the fantastic Millennium Underground Railway Budapest. Get transported into the good old days with this nice model, based on the iconic Hungarian metro line M1, which opened in 1896 as one of the first electric underground railways in the world. This rolling stock in fact operated until 1973. These trains also had a fun nickname, the Old Lady, so the designer did a fantastic job capturing the essence of the Old Lady with the unique shape being quite hard to achieve with Lego. But if you dream big enough like this designer, you might be able to achieve something like this. The designer used some interesting pieces to achieve such shapes, but nevertheless it works fantastic. The interior is also super realistic because it's very small. It's such a shame this project has just 130 supporters, so get out there and help this project. Moving on, there's another great project, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Wait, what? What does Hello Kitty have to do with trains? Well, Hello Kitty is a popular IP many people know, and this project includes a little mini railroad, so supporting this could help our cause. This Hello Kitty Island is more than just a cute masterpiece. It also includes a super interactive play experience for the whole family, including a little cafe and also whatever this is. You can see I don't know much about Hello Kitty. So my fellow guys, let's go out there and support this one. Now let's move on to a project that might just be the thing for you. The Mount Washington Cog Railway. Yes, a cog railways. It's one of the coolest things ever. For those unaware, a cog railway works for steep inclines, where regular trains would not work properly because, gravity. They often use a system that helps the train against opposing forces, aka a cog. The designer here went for a safe approach with a passenger blue coach and a very nice looking locomotive. He also included some terrain to immerse you into this hilly terrain. The Mount Washington Railroad was one of the world's first mountain climbing cog railways, a wreck and pining on railway. Some even claim it was the first one. So it is really cool seeing designers and LEGO fans getting involved in this concept. What do you think? Let us know your favorite designs in the comments below. Next up we have a familiar friend, Fali. For those unaware, Thalys is a high-speed European train brand that operates TGV-style trains in the Benelux and France. The brand in itself is set to be phased out, unfortunately, replaced by Eurostar, but will still keep the iconic colors. The designer went for the classic Alstom TGV-style trains, with their iconic windows and of course the color that defined a brand for generations and generations. If you actually take a good look, you'll notice how big this train actually is. It's huge and very detailed. In fact, it would not fit on regular sized LEGO train track. It also has an interior of a cabin where the driver would sit. It even has the somewhat controversial passenger interior with the seats. So what do you think of this one? Next up, get ready to be transported to Denmark and France with railroad crossing with power functions, sliding gate studio. This model features a common trope, a train crossing, but gives it a cool spin by including some nice architecture and incredible design. This building will transport you into the French countryside, maybe somewhere near Bordeaux or Occitanie. What makes this model special is the attention to detail and the hidden details and secrets. This is what we expect from every LEGO Ideas models. Want more? Well, the designer did another great one. Get transported to Denmark with level crossing with power functions studio. This model features beautiful Danish architecture and fantastic trees that just look great. Also uses the new LEGO road plates for the crossing, creating an interesting dynamic, making it compatible with the new plates. So what do you think of this train crossing, guys? Next up is the iconic Canadian National 6200 locomotive. Based on the fantastic Canadian Railroad, this train will make you want to drink maple syrup and eat some poutine. My favorite part of this model is the passenger coach that gives that retro vibe. The iconic locomotive is also cool with the color black and the beautiful wheels. The designer was nice enough to include a train station. Yes, a train station. Now passengers can disembark the train, and since this is Canada, wait 2 hours for the train. Sorry, Via Rail. Next up, are you ready, Disney fans, for the Walt Disney World Transportation Systems Monorail Mark 6? These iconic monorails replaced the Mark 4 that operated since 1971. The Mark 6 entered operation in the late 80s. They were manufactured by Bombardier and they still operate at Walt Disney World till today. This model includes the control cabin and the passenger area. I hope it smells like the real one. Now, Unfortunately, we can't stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas, since there are no doors. So, are you ready for your next vacation with this ideas model? Be sure to support Futuristic Station, designed by someone who already achieved 10,000 supporters on another project. This model is sure to impress. Why? Well, because what makes this LEGO ideas model special is that the designer did a creative take on a simple idea. With amazing storytelling, we can have a fantastic train station that takes place in the future, with everything you could expect from this cyber world. So, do you want to see this project become real? So my friends, by supporting some of these projects, we can finally show to LEGO why trains matter. And with that, we may get LEGO to do more trains. The Ascensor da Bica get transported to Lisbon, Portugal. This funicular train is a landmark of the city, but to make it even more authentic, the designer included a whole street scene, making the model feel very much alive. The base is very detailed. It includes a sign and a miniature funicular. The funicular in itself is very well detailed. First off is its size. This model is quite wide. It also is very detailed. I mean, look at the pantograph, for instance. The two building facades just look great. There is a cafe, nothing better than getting a coffee in the morning and watching the trains going by. The blue building is also better in my opinion. I like the railings, for instance. Next up, we have an unique yet unexpected idea, the mini micro crocodile locomotive. LEGO fans, is the crocodile one of your favorite LEGO trains? What if it was smaller and narrow gauge? Well, the designer answered that question by making this genius LEGO model. The designer has mastered the art of attention to detail. Look at the amount of small pieces. Every part of this model feels incredible. It's just jam-packed with a lot of care. The narrow gauge tracks are also cool looking. This 582-piece model is small, but it is outstanding. You should definitely consider supporting this project. So our next project is Railway Keeper's House. This is a great combination of architecture and railroading. This set feels like a railroading model from maybe Merklin or Lionel. This project is quite unique. It's also heartwarming as it's dedicated to the designer's grandfather, who used to work on the railroad. This 1860 bricks model is very detailed. Let's take a closer look. First is the nice signal box outside. It's mega realistic. The keeper's house in itself is awesome. The base features those masonry bricks which add an extra touch. The second floor features this beautiful door and nice windows, but the fan favorite part is the interior. It features all those classic railroading details that fans will appreciate. So this is something every LEGO city needs, so consider helping this one. Next up, we have a historic railroading model, vintage train exhibit. This model will take you back to the past with a very nice exhibit overhaul. I like the landscaping the designer made and also the accessibility of this model as there is a ramp. The model also features this sign, which is very cool looking. The rail car in itself is very detailed. The designer described it as a fine dining car with a fantastic color scheme that feels very retro. This is a great model for fans of the railroad. I also like the small details, and the best part, this is a modular style building. It can fit onto your LEGO city, if this existed of course. Speaking of nostalgia, next up is the Alpine Express train wagon. Now, the LEGO Crocodile Locomotive is a very cool set. Unfortunately, it is missing something. Coaches, but what if you could have appropriate looking coaches for the crocodile? Well, the designer took this challenge and designed this model. Inspired by some iconic Swiss trains, this is a 7 studs wide wagon to communicate with the crocodile loco, since she is also 7 studs wide. This results in a very unique but nice model. The colors are great. The dark blue and beige go well together. There are also some gold accents. Even the doors open up, so this is already better than some LEGO City train sets. But that's not all, as there is also an interior, and personally I think it's quite first class looking. It's very posh. The designer used these cupcake pieces as lamps and did a nice job with the furniture utilizing different pieces. There is also a bar inside. Next up we have a quite square model, the Great Train robbery. This model features a very charming train with a locomotive, tender coach and a cargo wagon, but this train is transporting gold, and since this is the Wild West, this model is about to be robbed. But will you protect this train against the bandits? The locomotive is quite bulky. It reminds me of a toy train. The golden wagon is also quite exposed, which is not good in this case. The passenger wagon is quite nice as well, cowboy. So, are you ready to protect this train, prospector? Next up is the tallest roller coaster, as of now, the King Dakar roller coaster. Located at Six Flags Great Adventure, this roller coaster has been thrilling riders for almost 20 years. It took the record for tallest and fastest, but since then it lost the fastest to Formula Rossa and is about to lose its record as the tallest roller coaster as well to a ride in Saudi Arabia. The designer recreated the coaster cars and a piece of track, so this model works like a bookshelf display. Some of the cool details are the restraints and the upstop wheels. This coaster train is quite outstanding. Next up is the Mavic Class 424 large-scale model. This is a quite cool looking locomotive that made its way through Hungary back in the day. This massive locomotive is quite famous and iconic for the century. It's also a mega-size model for LEGO fans. For example, look at the amount of gauges and gears inside. It also has a lot of wheels, so this is a great model for fans of the railroad that you should definitely support. But how? Well, supporting a LEGO project might seem easy, just click a button, right? Well, what if you could do more? What if we could not only support but help the designer? Show the designer that he's not alone, he also has our full support. Well, we could share this project on social media or promote it to friends and family. This helps the project get more attention and maybe will someday become real. Next up we have some famous rail replacement bus, the Bus Central. Designed by one of my favorite ideas designer, I'm absolutely stunned by the designer's attention to detail. The tour bus looks great, it's double-decker, which makes it quite special. The only downside is that it's a bus, not a train. The station is quite cool looking with 3 big arches and a rooftop. There's also Anna Coffee House, not to be confused with the Japanese airline. So this is an outstanding model for LEGO fans. Then there is Countryside Old Train Station. This model is very detailed. It features a great ornamented train station and it's a fantastic model. It looks great. The clock looks outstanding and features a flag on top. There's also this coat of arms here. The interior features a ticket office, a coffee shop and a waiting area. And the most realistic thing, all the passengers waiting on the platform. The minifigure selection is quite good, by the way. CPRR number 131 from the Central Pacific Railroad. This intricate model consists of approximately 1,270 pieces, making it a perfect model for LEGO train fans. The model also includes some log cars to transport, well, logs. Designed to be both displayable and playable, this model can be motorized to run on classic LEGO train tracks, making it an engaging addition to any LEGO collection. Next up we have the Canadian Pacific 3100, a meticulously designed model of the iconic Canadian Pacific locomotive. This project is a must-see for anyone with a passion for trains and LEGO. The Canadian Pacific is a 484 K1 locomotive, built in 1928 and served until August 16, 1959. Its significance in Canadian railway history is profound, as it now resides in the Canada Museum of Science and Technology, showcasing its historical importance and enduring legacy. Additionally, this model can be motorized. Alright, so this model is outstanding. But you should definitely support this project. But why support it? Supporting this project means celebrating the rich history of the Canadian railroads through the medium of LEGO. Trains set with electric locomotive type NSB, EL14 and B3 train carriages. Time to travel to Norway. With this huge model, the model features a classic engine accompanied by great passenger coaches. The red color scheme makes the model stand out, and the yellow color scheme complements that as well. So imagine displaying this in your office or more realistically in a small space in your closet. The overall model is pretty big, featuring 2 coaches, adding to the massiveness of the set. Next, let's see a piece of contemporary architecture with the Liège-Guillemot railway station. Designed by star architect Santiago Calatrava, this railway station takes advantage of sunlight and the big spaces required for such a massive train station. The designer was inspired by the train station when he visited in real life and decided to recreate it with Lego. This adds a personal connection to the model, which I highlight is a really important part in pitching your project to the audience. After all, a personal connection helps you achieve more supporters. The most important part of the original station is the intricate shapes, and the designer accomplished that in micro scale. This model is great because it's more than recreating. It creates a sense of scale, and you can play with the lights at home with a flashlight, creating a nice dynamic. You feel like you are the architect of this building. Our next model is perfect for a cargo train. Green themed lawnmower, tractor and trailer with freight car train. This cargo wagon features classic lawn tractor, which look very similar to a certain tractor brand you might recognize. So while small, this model proves that size is not everything, right? Speaking of that, our next model is a historic one, Stephenson's Rocket. Yeah, step back in time with the very first train, depending on who you ask though. This classic old choo-choo locomotive includes also a minifigure of the man himself. The model is relatively small, with 240 pieces, but you do get an incredible amount of detail with that. The small pieces are intricately woven into the design of this model. It gives a sense of wonder and excitement. The model captures the essence of the original rocket, complete with intricate details and accurate representations, from the iconic yellow and black color scheme to the functioning wheels that fit perfectly on classic Lego train tracks. Every element is designed with authenticity in mind. While the rocket is a stunning display piece, it's also built for play, as any Lego set should be. The set includes 4 straight Lego tracks, allowing you to set up your own mini railway, like the man himself did, and watch the rocket in action. It's a perfect blend of displayability and playability with Thomas and friends. Welcome to the magical islands of Sodor, where steam engines come to life and embark on thrilling adventures. Meet Thomas the Tank Engine, a cheerful blue locomotive with a heart of gold. Thomas and Friends holds a special place in my heart. As a kid, I loved watching Thomas and his friends go on adventures. This series is probably also the reason why I have a soft spot for model trains and Lego trains. The designer also shares this admiration for the series, as he created a fantastic model. The design features just under 698 pieces and brings to life 2 iconic minifigures, the ever authoritative Sir Topham Hatt and a dedicated train conductor ready for duty. This model is 8 studs wide, which is a great thing for Lego train fans. It's a true masterpiece with built-in light-up function, and if you think this beauty is only for display, well, think again. With a few tweaks, you can transform it into a fully functional train, ready to chug along your Lego city. So be sure to support this project, like the Ticket to Ride, the Flatwood Barrel and Company. Inspired by the beloved board game Ticket to Ride, this model brings to life the charm of the game into the Lego world. The designer was able to bring the fun elements of the game into Lego form. It's modeled after vintage wine barrels, train cars, and features a charming diorama that depicts the transportation of goods through a desert landscape. The design of this car is a visual delight. The rich, earthy colors of the barrels and the surrounding desert scene create a striking contrast, capturing the essence of a bygone era of rail transport. The playability factor is high too. Imagine recreating fun levels of the game with this model. The model is like a little diorama, with a bit of landscaping with cactuses and the arid desert landscape. Next up is LB and SCR E2. Let's travel to Great Britain with this classic railroading model. This 060 model captures the essence of classic British trains. Whether you want to recreate an industrial London or add a fun train to your Lego city, this is a perfect model for that. You might be familiar with this model, as the E2 locomotives were used as inspiration for Thomas. Yes, our favorite blue train. And speaking of that, we have Thomas and Friends, powered up and acting up. This massive Lego Thomas model creates an interesting design in its monumentality. Thomas features a brick-built face, with his iconic number 1. You can see many details utilizing small pieces. But the main highlight of this model is of course the coaches. If you watched the series, you probably will be annoyed by these guys. But the designer did a fantastic job with these passenger coaches, including the scary faces. The coaches include many details that elevate the design to perfection. It also includes an interior with ample space for passengers. Just be warned that Thomas is still learning how to be a good locomotive, so it might just be a bumpy journey home. So this is an outstanding model for fans of the series. Next up we have a steampunk train station. Let's take a look at this incredible model. This model is filled with detail. It includes a small park or plaza up front with a fountain and a cameraman taking a photo. We have a tree with an apple on the ground. Then we have a paved road with a horseless steam car driving around. Then we have a railroad station with many steampunk elements. But let's take a look at the train in itself. Featuring a locomotive with golden elements and a small car that, in my opinion, needs a bit more detailing. But overall, this is an outstanding model you should definitely check out. Next up, we're traveling to the beautiful nation of Portugal, Pinhão Railroad Station. This station is famous worldwide. Why? Because of its beautiful tile work. Another great thing about this model are its proportions. While simple, it's quite beautiful. The station also features beautiful green doors and nice windows, so this is a perfect model for those wanting to add something unique to their Lego city. Not that standard American passenger train station, but something that we don't see in many Lego cities nowadays. Next up we have a creative take on a classic board game, the 3D Snakes and Ladders adventure game. Utilizing the Lego roller coaster pieces, this model is outstanding. The game has the same rules as the regular game. You land on a snake and you grow. Your goal? Well, reach the 100th square. However, there are some differences. Instead of giant snakes and ladders all across the board, there are spaces that have a little cabinet that, when opened, will reveal either a snake or a ladder. The coaster pieces are also a fun way to move up and down the stairs. Of course, Lego is all about creativity, so you could play this game however you wanted, of course. Next up is Bavarian Christmas Market. Travel to a classic European market in the most wonderful time of the year, featuring this cute roasted chestnut locomotive vending car. This is a fantastic Lego model for enthusiasts or those wanting to get something unique. It's like those little hallmark models you'll find during Christmas times. It's a perfect thing to add to your Christmas village. Passenger train with lights. This fantastic model is super realistic. In fact, it has everything you could want from an American passenger train. Let's start with a powerful locomotive. This diesel machine is perfectly detailed with smooth shapes and a nice color scheme, similar to the Lego Metroliner, based on the iconic EMD F40PH locomotive. It has ample interior space to put in a minifigure and to put a motor, so yeah, this model can be motorized. The next car is a passenger car or coach. Just like a real life one, there's not a lot of things happening here. The fun is at the next car, the dining car. This is the epicenter of fun in the train. It includes a little bar and some detailed tables. The model includes another locomotive at the back that does look a bit similar, but it has some small changes to make it different enough, as it's modeled on the EMD 40PH cabbage car that in real life would have a big old door in the middle. The designer even included some nice luggage pieces that complement the aesthetics. But the best part of this model are the brick lights, utilizing those Lego powered up lights. This model glows in the dark. Next up we have an outstanding model you guys are sure to enjoy, Summit Station. This model is full of detail, and the best part, it includes a rack railway. When you look at this model from afar, we notice the incredible scale and how everything communicates with each other. The incredible landscaping with a lot of little details. The model includes a rack railway and a little goat farm, a mountain inn, garden tavern, and a radio station. The highlight of the model is the rack railway. For those unaware, rack railway is a railroad at a steep degree that needs a method to stop the train from going downhill. At the middle of the rack railway sits, well, a rack. This avoids unpleasant situations and helps the railway be safe. If we take a look at the LEGO Ideas model, we can see it has the same idea in place, With the electric rail car, it is very nice with a dark blue color scheme and some nice building techniques. It even includes a catenary. Now that's cool. When you arrive at the summit, well, you have a lot to explore. You can climb the mountain, see some goats or fish in this little river. The architecture of the inn is very similar to that Lego Winter Village Lodge. The coat of arms on both sides helps indicate a sense of importance to the inn. Taking a look at the interior, we have a kitchen with a coffee machine and a secret vault. On top we have the radio station with a radome and weather measuring devices. This is a fantastic model. It's not just about the railway, it's about telling a story with Lego. Our next model is the old reliable Great Northern 3213, based on the famous Great Northern of the same name. This 282 locomotive is massive, and the best part, it can be motorized, so this beauty could run on your Lego city, if it were real, with almost 1000 pieces. The model includes small details like the bell. Speaking of that, train chase above the mine, Castle in the Sky, Hayao Miyazaki, dive into the enchanting world of Studio Ghibli with an extraordinary Lego set inspired by the breathtaking train chase scene from Hayao Miyazaki's beloved film, The Castle in the Sky. This meticulously crafted set captures the essence of adventure, imagination, and cinematic beauty, bringing to life the longest and most iconic action sequence from the movie with unparalleled accuracy. So this model is not just about Lego and trains, it's about animation and fun. Next up is 262 Steam Locomotive. This simple but robust model is incredibly detailed. This locomotive used to work for the Pennsylvania Railroad in the United States, and it's very cool, featuring the main locomotive and a nice tender. Overall, it's a great model you should definitely support. But why support it? Well, the designers behind these projects pour their hearts into every brick and every detail. They spent countless hours perfecting their models, drawing inspiration from real trains or great movies, and creating something truly special. Reaching the coveted 10,000 volts is not easy. It's a mountain that needs climbing. Every supporter is a step towards the summit. And so we need to band together to help the designers. But supporting is more than clicking a button. What if we showcase these ideas to our family and friends, bringing up at gatherings, doing game nights, or even as a conversation starter? The more people who know about and support these projects, the closer we get to making them real Lego sets. Or how about we share these projects on social media to loyal fans? This is how we help the designer. So let's not let these brilliant designs go unnoticed and forgotten in the sands of time. Share, showcase, and shout it from the rooftops. Together we can help these Lego Ideas projects gain the recognition they deserve and bring new, exciting sets to Lego enthusiasts everywhere, and specifically Lego train fans. Speaking of that, we visit one of the most beautiful railroad stations in the world, Antwerp Station, Belgium. This 3000-piece model is simply impressive, from its detailed facade to the main station atrium. This is a great model, recreating one of the best stations in the world. It includes the iconic dome from the original station, and also a lot of details throughout the build, so you feel transported into the European continent with this one. Our next model showcases creativity and incredible design. It's time to travel into the future. Futuristic Police. This model was designed by a 10,000 club member, meaning he has a project that achieved the coveted 10,000 supporters. This model blends in sci-fi, but it also has a lot of fun, from futuristic vehicles like bikes and a flying car, and a tugboat for some reason. We have the ever-present City Service Cop, the futuristic police of this state. The main focus here is the police station, but the model also includes the magnetic levitation train, utilizing roller coaster track pieces that create a nice dynamic. Unfortunately, this model doesn't include a proper train. I would recommend to add one, as so the project achieves more supporters. However, it's still a great model. And that concludes our journey through these incredible Lego Ideas projects, from realistic passenger trains to breathtaking landscapes and futuristic designs. Each model tells its own unique story. By supporting these projects on Lego Ideas, we can turn these dreams into real Lego sets that inspire builders of all ages. So let's band together share these amazing designs, and make sure they get the recognition they deserve. Together we can bring these extraordinary creations to life and continue to fuel the imagination of LEGO enthusiasts everywhere. This classic British train is now recreated with LEGO. This fan model is simply outstanding, featuring the iconic red color scheme of the locomotive that was part of the London Midlands Scottish Railway and operated until 1964. The model has a beautiful streamlined shape, which is not easy to accomplish with LEGO, but the designer used some interesting pieces to create this model. This impressive locomotive is filled with intricate detailing, from its creative shapes to the boiler in itself. But that's not all, as this model comes in a little diorama, so that you can cruise into this beautiful British landscape. You can see a small path and some nice trees. This helps the model stand out. Additionally, the model comes with a passenger coach that might look familiar if you have seen the Hogwarts Express. This model is fantastic, as it even features smoke coming out of the train, so you should definitely support this model. Our next model might be just the thing for you, Steel Mill. Now, some of you might say this is the most boring model ever. Others who, however, appreciate the tiny details that went into recreating this industrial facility, as so the designer elevated an ordinary concept into extraordinary by making this great model. But what is this project about? This model takes you onto a journey of production from the very beginning until transportation, featuring a small blue train car. This model is incredible and would fit very well into any LEGO city or onto a shelf. This model has a lot of kinetic energy to it, with industrial tubes. Going by the main focus, it's the mill in itself with a very hot furnace. It's really cool. Or hot in this case. The model even features a plant, which is nice. The freight car is quite nice as well, but wait until you see our next model, Subway Station. This LEGO Ideas project combines creativity with incredible layers of detail. Get transported to this nice metro diorama. Let's start outside. We have a taxi, crossing light, and a woman with her dog. Going down we have this tight small metro station. Pretty realistic. There are some spaces to sit as well. My favorite part are the installations. You get a lot of pipes and tubes going by, giving a sense of realism. There is also a rat. How nice.
Oh boy, I can't wait to be on the subway.
The train itself is quite small, but it fits with the overall proportions of the diorama. This 900-part model is simply outstanding.
You should definitely support this model. Oh boy.
Our next model is another iconic British train, the Flying Scotsman, the Centurion. Yes, one of the most famous railroading models of the 20th century has been recreated with LEGO. Now, we saw many Flying Scotsmans quite a few times in previous videos, so what makes this model different? Well, I think it is how the designer accomplished the special shapes with this model. The model in itself features a huge locomotive, colored in dark green, and a beautiful passenger coach. The tender features some small pieces to give the sense of coal and stuff like that. The locomotive can also be motorized, and that is always a plus for me. So what do you think of this fan model? Let us know in the comments below. Next up we have a small but detailed model, the British open plank wagon rail vehicle. While small, this model is filled with detail from its open end to the small details underneath. In fact, I can't even name most of these stuffs because there is a lot of detailing here. This model could be built in either grey or dark tan, for instance, but hurry up, as this model only has 20 days to achieve further support, or else it's going away forever. Next up is Brickton Wild West Train Depot. Gear up, cowboys! This is a classic Wild West model, made for great fans. This project is fantastic. It features a lot of material creating different textures. Okay, I'm going to stop with the cowboy voice. You have the masonry bricks and that detailed wooden structure that adds a rustic touch to this model. There is also an interior that is very minimal. So this is a great model for a train stop in the Wild West. Just don't get robbed, cowboy, so definitely support this one. But why support a LEGO Ideas project? We as LEGO train fans, we want more trains, like the LEGO trains from back in the day. Unfortunately, there is no dedicated trains theme, at least anymore. So we as LEGO train fans should show to LEGO that there are people interested in this concept. We have a fantastic model, the iconic Polar Express. All aboard this classic Tom Hanks story. That was a book that most people didn't read, but was likely better than the actual movie that gave me nightmares. The Polar Express is an iconic piece of media, especially for trains. We have a lot of models out there, even a Lionel Acela Polar Express for some reason. I mean, what is Father Christmas doing with high-speed rail? Does he know something that we don't? But let's take a look at this LEGO model specifically. First off, it's giant. The coaches are the star here. They even feature an interior, which is a quite nice addition. The other car is an observation one, with quite a lot of detail. You can recreate the scenes of the movies, which is always fun, except if you don't like the movie and have nightmares of it. So for only 240 supporters, this model is quite overlooked by fans, and you should definitely support it. Next up we have Darjeeling Rail, or however you read that. This is a special model from North India. This model on screen features some 3D printed pieces, as LEGO apparently is hard to find in India, which is always a missed opportunity considering how big the Indian market is. But I'm sure they will do something about this in the next decade or so. Let's get back to the model. It spawns this beautiful blue color scheme. Now some of you might say this is small, and that is true. This train originally operated in the northern Himalayan regions of India, and so it is quite small in real life. So my friends, we have taken a look at incredible LEGO Ideas models made by fans like you and me. Be sure to support these models. The awesome Thomas the Tank Engine, one of the most famous trains of all time, can now become a LEGO set. This blue locomotive has brought joy to many around the globe, and now you could have it in your own home. This model includes Thomas himself, spawning the iconic blue color scheme. He also features the scary face and his important number 1, and 3 wheels by the way. This model also includes those annoying coaches that always complain about everything. However, as a railroad fan, it is cool seeing these British passenger coaches in LEGO form. So, you should definitely support this model. Speaking of that, check out the gigantic Union Pacific Big Boy locomotive. As I said, this model is really big. Check out the base, it reminds me of one of those from the Crocodile Locomotive or the Orient Express. But the locomotive is also mega impressive. Besides its sheer size, it also includes a lot of detail via small pieces. The tender is really big and features a lot of wheels and a lot of coal. Besides being super big, the locomotive also has a lot of cool details. I like the use of unique parts, especially for the wheels. So this is definitely a mega size model for mega train fans. Next up is the 2D2-5100 Po Midi SNCF. This famous French locomotive was quite popular in the 1950s. Its name comes from the merger of 2 French railways, the Paris-Orléans and the Midi from the southern regions. The designer is actually from Japan. The designer wanted to create a unique locomotive, and this model is perfect for that. Featuring a beautiful green color scheme, this model is sure to impress. I also like the pantograph, and this model features a lot of cool details, especially with the wheels. There's also a small detailed interior, and this model can support motorization. But be careful, your coaches might just be too heavy. Next up we have a London Piccadilly Circus Underground Tube Station. Based on the world-class London Underground, this model captures the everydayness of the tube station. You know, the anxiety of waiting for the next train to come by, or the dissatisfaction of the train just leaving after you arrive. The station features some advertisements and a map of the line. The model also features a train, of course. Next up, get ready for a creative model that is quite clever. Legoland Binland 3D sliding puzzle. Travel to the first Legoland, where you might encounter a train. The designer said, quote, "The puzzle features colorful scaled-down versions of everyone's favorite Legoland Binland attractions that slide around to form a 3D picture of the Legoland Binland theme park." End quote. The model also features the famous Legoland train, which is a super rare and expensive LEGO train set by the way. So this model combines creativity with attention to detail. Are you ready to embrace the challenge? Next up, McLeod River Railroad Company 282 number 15. This Baldwin 282 locomotive could now be part of your LEGO city, as this model features an impressive locomotive and a caboose. The locomotive is quite detailed. I like how the designer accomplished a smooth, cylindrical shape for the boiler, utilizing LEGO pieces, which is something not all designers can accomplish. The model also has a classic American train station, a very nice addition. The interior features a nice fireplace. The caboose is also very nice, by the way. The next model is the Polar Express. Yes, this classic book and Tom Hanks movie is now a LEGO Ideas model, and it could become real. The model features two coaches. One of them is that classic coach where the hot chocolate scene happened, and the other one has a beautiful observation car feature. There's also a nice fire going on top, which I don't think is safe, specifically when dealing with steel and metal, but who cares. The model also has a mega detailed locomotive. This model is great for fans of the movie, yes, the two of you. So, are you ready to support this one? Next up is Wood Wagon, a very simple model that is more than what it might seem. This 158 parts model is really great. The best part of it is the fact it would be cheaper in real life because it is smaller. So that's good since we can't afford most of today's LEGO models. This model captures the essence of wood extraction and transportation, featuring the perfect space you need to transport some timber. It also features a minifigure, so you should definitely check out this model. So check out the Mexico City Metro. One of the most extensive metro systems in all of Latin America has now been recreated with LEGO. This model features a full interior, which is quite impressive honestly. It features the classic green seating and those handrails, which you are supposed to hold on to. So this is a great model, and speaking of that, next station is the detailed RET 536 streetcar. Get transported to the zoo, as this model features a classic zoo entrance sign. The tram in itself is quite cool looking. It has a pantograph that apparently works, and a very cool model that could go anywhere in your LEGO city. The model also has electrification, which is something we do not see every day with LEGO train models, and a bit of landscaping. And next up is the Tallinn Railway number 1 and then Tallinn Railway number 2 Dolgor. Meet Tallinn and Dolgor, the legendary locomotives that have graced these tracks for over a century. Tallinn, born in 1864, underwent transformations to become the reliable workhorse that it is today, while Dolgor, built in 1866, endured its own trials, including a dramatic accident in 1949. Now, imagine these historic marvels recreated in LEGO form, capturing every intricate detail from the oil compressor to the coal in the bunker. This set offers not only a delightful building experience, but also a tribute to the enduring spirit of railroading. These two models are simply great. Next up is the multimodal transportation. This model combines all kinds of transportation, but mainly a parking ride that also includes some spots to put your bike. Very much American. The train station itself is quite charming, featuring a full interior. So overall, this is a very cozy model. We have the perfectly balanced NSB D13 diesel engine, big scale. The designer really meant big when he submitted this project. In fact, it's so big it barely fits onto 5 LEGO tracks. This should be a perfect display model in your office or anywhere in your house, though I don't recommend the restroom. Not only is this model big, it's also super detailed. Look at the amount of pieces the designer used to create the iconic shape of this train. Another fun detail are the windows. This 1738 part model can also feature motorization. So are you ready to support this famous Norwegian train? Moving on, we have a personal favorite, Little Tramway. You guys know I am a big fan of trams. They just add that extra touch to the city. Additionally, they are great public transit. So the designer did a great combination of all of that. This design includes a little streetscape with some nice detailing, but the tram in itself, it's proof that size doesn't matter because the color scheme is great. The little details are fantastic. Everything about this model is outstanding, even though it's not that big. In fact, it even features an interior. Now that's cool. Next up, we have an unexpected model, transports. While this model might have an ordinary name, don't be fooled, as it's extraordinary. This model has great landscaping, creating a captivating display piece to put in your house. From the little details to the small references, this model is a masterclass in design. Let's take a look at what it includes. On the top we have the star of the show, a train on top of a bridge, but the model is very much diverse as it includes an airplane and a crowded highway. I like the use of pieces, especially when related to trees. From teeth pieces to even some unique ones, this is something only a top-tier designer could have created. The model also features some houses, making you feel as if the display is very much alive. Going underground, we have a subway or metro or underground. The use of arch pieces creates a captivating metro station. On the other side we have a yellow submarine. My only criticism is that the underwater world needed to be more detailed, but it doesn't take away from the impressive creative decisions from this model. Next up we have Steampunk Railway. Get ready for a creative take on a favorite. Imagine a world where steam is our main source of energy and where trains look a bit like this. While this designer is in fact a great storyteller, the interior is very much detailed, featuring some nice places to sit down and relax while you inhalate all of that steam. We also have a place to sleep just in case you are feeling a bit tired. This model is great, it looks like something out of a video game. Next up we have another classic, Coney Island Cyclone 100th anniversary. This iconic roller coaster is now recreated in Lego form to celebrate its 100th birthday. This coaster has thrilled riders for generations, and now you too could be part of it if you support this model. The designer is very much a fan of this ride, so it's clear why he decided to recreate it with Lego. Wanna know something even more impressive? This model has 2,500 pieces. The Cyclone is probably one of the most iconic roller coasters in the whole world. Next up we have Louis Vuitton train case. Now if you are like me, then you can't afford a Louis Vuitton bag, so maybe this is the best alternative. According to the designer, he wanted to recreate the traditional Louis Vuitton train case that has been made since the 80s. This suitcase features golden details and an impressive exterior, perfect for Louis Vuitton fans. Yes, the two of you. Unfortunately, this model doesn't feature an actual train, cause the interior is almost empty. As Lego fans, I can imagine this space becoming minifigure storage. Now let's take a look at an actual railroad model, the turntable with 2 full-length railway tracks and RC studio. Get ready railroad fans for a special model to add to your Lego city. This iconic piece of railroad equipment could be part of your city if this project becomes a reality. This outstanding model did the impossible, a working turntable. Yes, this can fit those Bluetooth controllers from Lego, resulting in a great experience. This model also features a motor house, which is very small, so this is a great model for Lego train fans. Imagine what you could do with it. Next up, it's time to go to the Netherlands with NS Plan Z ICM Kooploper. One of the coolest trains of our time is now recreated with Lego. This model specifically includes 2 locomotive cars and 1 coach. The designer also included doors, which are always a plus, and this model can also be motorized. Wanna add this iconic model to your city? Well, support this project. Moving over to Norfolk and Western, Yankee 30412882. This is a massive locomotive. It is really, and I do mean really, big. The designer also did a great job detailing said locomotive, but my favorite part is how the passengers coach look. Next up, we have a creative take on a classic board game, Ticket to Ride. Yes, a whole board game themed to trains. The designer was inspired by his favorite games to create this masterpiece. The board features most of Europe and several train routes. This is also not a current year map of Europe, but rather one from back in the day. Notice the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Let's start off with the incredible working suspension railway. Now, have you ever wanted that iconic Lego monorail set? Well, now you basically have that with this one. This model is the winner of our Stability Cat category, as it is able to capture the iconic look while making it a sound structure. But for LEGO train fans, this model is also fantastic, with its outstanding amount of detail, from the incredible suspended monorail cars to the station. Even the pillars have hidden details. One of my favorite parts is the station. The stairs look great. There is even an elevator. This model is so great it can even be motorized. Our next model excels at the most surprising category, Union Pacific Big Boy. I have featured many big boys in the past, and here is one more. This is a mega impressive structure. This designer did a fantastic job capturing the look of the iconic train, and yes, it has a lot of wheels. However, what makes this model specifically stand out is that it has an interior. Yes, a boiler. So this model is just fantastic. Next up we have two models that are tied in the same category, most creative design. Imagine an old passenger coach that got turned into a cafe. Well, this is what this designer envisioned, and another one as well, but we're going to be talking about that later on. First off, the interior of the coach is amazing, wow, but also the gardens look great, especially with the railings and the bench. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. There is another train model that's basically the same idea, Cafe Railroad. This model came before the other one and has a lot more supporters. This one is also fantastic. It has a bigger, better train coach and more detail. Imagine that old coach that got turned into a cafe. The only bad news is the price of the coffee. This model features an ordering window, a fantastic interior, and the exterior looks great, having that great outdoors feeling. Now, the idea of turning a coach into a restaurant is nice. Unfortunately, that means there are no trains anymore, which is kind of sad. So it's both happy and sad at the same time. Now, you should support both of these two projects. Next up we have the most colorful locomotive, Lily of the Valley. This model is based on Roger Locomotive and Machine Works' first locomotives. In fact, it was supposed to have coaches, but the designer accidentally deleted them. This is like when Pixar deleted Toy Story 2. So this model has a lot of details, but the most important part is that it is super colorful, and that makes me happy basically. Guys, if you want to see more LEGO Trains content, click that subscribe button right now. Our next model takes the spotlight for its creative design and its ingenious colors. Santa Claus's Factory. This is a winner for the happiest set. Christmas is coming fast, and supporting this project might just be a gift to someone, a small gift but a special one nevertheless. What does this model include? Well, first off, the train looks very nice. That's basically all that we're looking for here. Featuring the iconic colors, but for some reason it has storage space in the front. I don't think that's safe. The elves might face some regulatory troubles up ahead. The boiler is also small. Also, instead of coal, it stores presents, which I don't think is a good source of fuel for the fire. Maybe Santa only uses the coal for kids that have not behaved well, or accountants. There is also a giant snowman. The interior of the factory is cool, featuring all the things you'll probably expect from a toy factory, but let's be honest, you guys came here for the train. Next up we have the best subway, and the winner is the New York Subway. Get ready to be transported to New York City, where you'll find this iconic metro or subway. First off, the model uses the iconic colors and also the incredible design from the cars. It's also all chrome, so I don't think that it would happen in real life. If LEGO made it, they would probably just use gray. The interior is simple but cool. There's also a small platform where you'll be anxiously waiting. This model reminds me a lot of that Spider-Man set from back in the day. What do you guys think? Our next model won our award for Best Small Design, Danish Steam Locomotive ABBA 42. This is a great model for train fans that pay attention to the little details. Some will even do a better job than I do, but what I like most about this model basically is the color scheme, as it's really fantastic. The wheels look great, the boiler looks great also. It is fantastic the amount of detail the designer was able to put on this small locomotive. And on the bright side, if this model was made maybe it would be cheaper. Next up is a winner for most stuff, the Aurera locomotive. This model looks small, but it has a lot to offer, from 2 passenger coaches to a nice locomotive. The coaches are simple, but they have a nice color scheme and it looks good. So guys, what do you think of these incredible train projects? Let us know your favorites in the comments below. Up next we have a winner for funniest model, the corn factory. Yes, a factory full of corn. Now you get all your popcorn. But you may ask, what does this have to do with trains? Well, it has a small locomotive. This small locomotive just looks fantastic, and it has a wagon full of corn. Now all we need is popcorn. Next up we have the most impressive model of the season, Winter Railway Crossing. Gear up LEGO fans for an incredible model full of snow. Get ready to be transported to this winter wonderland. Let's look at the small details first. We have the awesome snow-covered piney trees and a lot of snow on the tracks. We also have this retro signaling system and the crossing itself. This holiday-filled model also has a signaling control house. The windows just look awesome and the roof is perfect. The interior is simply great, except for this mouse that might not be a good thing. Also, there is this guy that is single-handedly trying to remove snow from the railway. So get out there and support this holiday-filled model right now. Via Mobilidade 8900 train. Get transported to São Paulo, where you'll find this commuter train. The designer did a fantastic job, even including the iconic metro sign. What I like about this train is its color scheme. The light blue looks really good. The designer, Cidade dos Blocos, included a lot of cool details, but this project is special to him also, as he has been a user of Line 8 Diamond for his entire life basically, so making this new train is quite special. This is an awesome model and LEGO needs to make this desperately. Next up we have train starter set with class 24 steam locomotive. This is a smaller project as it features track with a different gauge, resulting in a very cute looking train. This is a model of a German Federal Railroad Deutsches Bundesbahn branch line train, and so it is fantastic. This would be an awesome set for people who want to get into LEGO trains, with its simple yet effective design and responsive size that can fit almost anywhere. Whether you're a fan of tiny stuff or a LEGO enthusiast looking for more trains, this is a project you should support. But we are not done yet, as we have the impressive Shanghai maglev trains. Are you ready to take the fastest train in the world for like 15 minutes and it's about to be overtaken? But nevertheless, make your trip from the airport to the center of the city extra special with this LEGO model. What makes this project great? Well, first off, it is a maglev, something you haven't seen LEGO make quite yet. Indeed, getting anything that even looks like a monorail would be fantastic. Secondly, this model is very detailed, containing an interior and even the track, a bit of track at least. So if you are a fan of monorails, maglevs, I definitely recommend getting this one. Next up we have a very complex model called Complex 2 Robot Tasting Center with VIP train. This futuristic train includes some kind of robotic testing center. According to the designer, quote, the facility works like an university for AI. A train is included and is considered a private means of transport to get students and staff to desired locations. A car with mock surveillance camera belongs to the included patrol officer. Alternatively, it could belong to any of the minifigures if the camera is removed. I like the color scheme of the train, it is very good. The model even includes some kind of grocery store. Overall, this model is more about the robots, but the train does look very good. Now guys, if you want to see more LEGO trains, I definitely encourage you to click that big subscribe button right now. Don't miss out on the chance, guys. Coming up, there is the beautiful classic train station. This Bahnhofstrasse features a beautiful color scheme with the many trusses and wooden pillars that you'll find somewhere in Austria or Germany. This project does feature a very cool interior with what you'd expect, you know, a ticketing booth and some kind of office on top that even has a bed. This 2,900 piece set is sure to impress and it would look fantastic in any LEGO city. So, did you like this model? Also, would you buy this if it were a real set? Let us know in the comments below. Now guys, you probably like trams, right? And some of you probably like LEGO modulars as well. For those unaware, modulars are these buildings that allow you to build a LEGO city. But what if we combine them both? Well, this designer did just that. Modular tram station and coffee shop. Get ready, LEGO fans, for an awesome model with detailed architecture and design. First off, the trolley looks great. It is one of the most detailed I have ever seen from LEGO. The building looks fantastic as it is split off in the middle with the tram going through the middle, creating a beautiful arch. The building is a coffee shop with interior and a rooftop terrace, so you can live that life or whatever. Next up is a small yet impressive mini train. The mini train is ready to roll down the tracks. Like Thomas, it features a locomotive with 144 pieces, a coal car that has a bit less pieces, a box car, a dining car, a passenger car with 105 pieces, a caboose with 148 pieces, with a total of 723 pieces, which is not a lot, but it does mean that it's going to be an easier build for younglings or people that want to get into the LEGO hobby. Each wagon is small, but features a lot of detail, telling a story on their own. Look at the caboose, for instance, it is very impressive. Overall, I definitely recommend supporting this project. But why should you support these projects in general? Well, LEGO trains, they have been an iconic part of the LEGO company since the beginning, and over the years LEGO has made many iconic trains. However, there is no dedicated trains theme, leaving many LEGO trains fans disappointed. Today I will showcase why LEGO desperately needs to create a dedicated trains theme as soon as possible. Back in the day, LEGO used to have many trains, and not just train propers, they used to have many accessories and even coaches and wagons that were sold separately. We had many iconic trains from these times. In the 90s, we also had other many awesome trains, including the Metroliner and this red crocodile locomotive. By the end of the 90s, the LEGO trains were starting to look a bit weird. We had this Mr. Freeze train and this train that doesn't really make much sense. Sure, they were nice to play with, but they were not realistic. LEGO has had train themes in the past, like My Own Train. My Own Train was released in 2001. It featured wagon, coaches, locomotives that were sold separately. There were even whole sets available for those that wanted to get into the hobby. Additionally, My Own Train used the power of cyberspace to allow customers to choose what color they would like their trains to be. And even better, My Own Train had some great classics like the Santa Fe and the BNSF. And yes, the Santa Fe had the coaches sold separately. So let's see what we can learn from My Own Train. We have individual coaches and wagons that should be sold separately. We have iconic trains, and we have starter sets for those that want to get into trains. Now, let me show you why LEGO needs to do a dedicated trains theme. There once lived this guy. He had a LEGO city with everything you could imagine. Yes, even old sets. However, he felt as if something was missing. One day he found out about LEGO trains and how they could provide that extra touch to the LEGO city. So he decided to add one to his city. The LEGO train was awesome. It added a bit of kinetic energy to his city. However, there were some problems we'll get to later. Adding a train to a LEGO city is like adding that extra bit of salt to your soup. We also know train fans that are not too familiar with the LEGO hobby. Those kind of people, they like steamy trains. And while currently LEGO doesn't provide any steam trains, except if you count the Orient Express, which was a LEGO Ideas project that is coming really soon as it was approved. Okay, but what sets should we have on our dedicated trains theme? We need a big locomotive as the main headliner, and we need trains from different parts of the world. I think we could make the main starter set to be a mogul, this 2 G60 would perfectly fit in many scenarios. This set could also have some cargo accessories like a mail car and other stuff. This would work as our starter set. Next up, I think we need to have a big train that's just the locomotive, so I propose the Pennsylvania Royal Road GG1. It's all good game. Sorry for the pun. This can attract LEGO train fans to the theme and train fans in general, as they see that the LEGO company can make awesomely detailed train sets. This is a great locomotive and an iconic one at that. What other sets could we have for a dedicated trains theme? Well, we need to look outside the world of LEGO. I know guys, it can be a bit scary, and go into the world of model trains. Model trains are a thing of fascination, from big scale sets like G-scale to small Kato sets that can fit almost anywhere. But what type of sets do these companies sell? Well, most model train companies have starter sets for younglings and people wanting to get started on the hobby. But what they also do is that they have locomotives sold separately, and even better, they have wagons and coaches sold separately. And that is the thing, these are super detailed guys. So imagine if LEGO had something like this. Let's go back to our theme. So we have steam locomotives, an iconic train, so I think we need more steamy trains, maybe some kind of German locomotive, and we could also have the Olomana Museum steam locomotive. This is an iconic Hawaiian train. It is a small 042 locomotive that could fit almost anywhere and be more affordable. It was originally used to haul narrow gauge trains on sugarcane plantations, originally built by Baldwin. They could also make licensed sets themed to different intellectual properties like Lionel does. LEGO already had the Disney train, so how about we make a Casey Jr. train? Okay, but I haven't even got to the best part. What if we had individual wagons? So let's see what model railroads have. They are cargo and passenger cars. So let's start with passengers. We obviously need some kind of Wild West style coach made of wood, cowboy. Yellow and green options should be available. We would also need those buddy steel coaches similar to the Santa Fe and the ones that are still used by Via Rail. We obviously need a dome car and an observation car. We also need European passenger coaches so the people from Europe don't feel left out. Maybe we could have the iconic Swiss Hafen Railway, as tut mir leid, Leute, though this would need to be licensed, which is kind of hard. They could also have the old British passenger coaches. And how about cargo? What could we have for cargo? Cargo is more about what you can do with it rather than its aesthetics. And after looking for many model railway cargo trains, I figured the following. We need a construction duo with a crane and some kind of debris wagon. We also need a cargo container to transport it to maybe a truck or something else, and some kind of livestock transport, though don't tell that to Peter. Okay guys, we would also need some kind of tanker and some kind of closed cargo transport, whatever you call this. One more thing are those extra details that every model railroad needs, and those are accessories. LEGO used to have the extra theme and it was fantastic with light poles for instance, so why not bring that back with catenaries and signals so that you finally have something to connect your pantograph to. Now companies like Märklin are making more affordable, accessible set for younglings, even including some international brands like Tali and the Train à Grande Vitesse. So I think LEGO has an opportunity there that some of its quote-unquote competitors are already onto. For the next thing, we need to go back to the story. Our guy had to build the most beautiful train tracks, but he quickly found out there were some problems. First, usually model trains have different track widths to have larger curve radius. Unfortunately, LEGO only has one. Now, for the track switch, it bends inward, so the train can only move in that direction and not out. Additionally, LEGO would need to make more train track switches like model railroads do. There is already a company that does that, Brick Tracks, and they have what LEGO needs to make a proper train theme. Now, there's only one thing left. Should LEGO bring back 9V? Back in the day, the trains received power from the tracks, similar to model trains, but after the end of the early 2000s, LEGO switched to plastic and power functions, which takes up a bit of space. Now I'll leave this to you guys. Should LEGO bring back 9V? Let us know in the comments below. This is how a LEGO Trains theme should be done, and there would be many benefits to do such a thing as with my LEGO City. A train makes it so much better, and by making more trains, LEGO do have more happy customers. So what can you guys do about that? Well, as a LEGO fan, we need LEGO to realize that there is a market for trains, and what better way than LEGO ideas.